you see if we can record this? Do you know?
I'm recording right now. I just clicked
okay.
record. I didn't want to record through all of that other stuff. So,
okay.
Wow.
Perfect.
Look at this. We have 14 participants. That's like amazing. How exciting is this? And y'all are from what? Arkansas and...
There's Arkansas. Tasha's in Tennessee now. There's Colorado. I think there might be some Montana.
So exciting. And then here I am in Roanoke, Indiana. I'm sorry, I did not shower today. It's what happens on Sunday. You just work from home and who cares, right? So we wanted to, Tina and I wanted to get everyone on here because the teams, you guys are growing so stinking fast that new people are signing new people who are signing new people who are signing new people. And sometimes when that happens, it's very, very, very easy to miss something, okay? It's very easy to overlook something. It's very easy to sometimes get left behind. It's hard sometimes when you're signing a bunch of people too to make sure that everyone has the same information. I'm a perfect example. Just this month alone, I've signed 5 new people just this month, and that can be a little overwhelming sometimes. So getting everyone together at the same time, giving out all of the information, making sure that you know the basics is really, really, really important. Wouldn't you agree, Tina?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
Totally agree. I'm going to get 2 things real quick. So hold on, because I like to wing things a lot. You guys will learn that about me. I'm a total winger. So let me grab a couple things real quick. I think. Okay. I want this, and I want this. Okay. So Tina asked me to cover a few things. I'm going to go over a handful of stuff that I go over with my brand new distributors. Now, when we're going through some stuff, because this is going to be kind of just like an open, whatever you guys want to talk about, okay? So if I'm touching on something or Tina's touching on something, if you have a question, use that feature to raise your hand, and I'll see the blue button that said you raised your hand, you have a question, and then I will unmute you so you can ask your question, okay? Because the chances are, if you've got that question, somebody else does too. Okay, and it might just be because there's so much that Tina would love to go over with you guys. We might forget something or overlook something, so don't hesitate to ask, because it might just come down to we forgot. So if you ask, awesome. This is a big team. We're a big group. We're going to work together through this call together. Tina, anything you want to add before I go start everything?
No, I'm just ready to go. I'm excited that we got this many people on successfully. Like, I thought we were going to have some major issues.
I think I'm a new fan of Zoom. This is mine. It's my first time using Zoom. I think I'm a new fan of it, and I think I'll use this now instead of everything else. So I'm just going to take a quick picture of all of us, say hey, say hi to everybody back home. All over the world.
Here I am like pausing, like, have you taken it yet?
Yeah. Okay, so for those of you who don't know who I am, because I think this is the first time some of you are even seeing me. I know I met some of you at conference, some of you when Tina and I came to Arkansas, and some of you are probably like, who is this crazy girl on the call with us? So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Sandy Dury. I'm actually your presidential upline with our team. You have tons of uplines, just so you know. You have the person who enrolled you. Then you have Tina. She's your diamond upline. The next person would be me, which is your presidential upline. There is not a double or a triple in between Tina and I. So it's Tina is your diamond, who is going to be here pretty soon, your double diamond upline. Then it's myself as your presidential upline. And then we have Shannon McCoon, who is another double diamond. And then it's Lisa Fuller, who is your ambassador upline. Then we have Lisa Fuller, who is another ambassador. Or I already said that. Lisa Fuller, who's an ambassador. Then we have Sarah Rankin, who's ambassador. And you have Cammie Dempsey, who's our black diamond. So you guys have a lot of people. So just so if you're curious, because sometimes people wonder, like, where do you fall into the scheme of who you're with? That's how it goes. It goes Cammie Dempsey, Shelly Hyde, Sarah Rankin, Lisa Fuller, me, or Shannon, me, Tina, and then the person assigned you, okay? So does that make sense to everyone so far? Awesome. So I have a list here of things that Tina wants me to talk on, but like I said, if you have a question, just raise your hand. I'm going to bring up the topics that she wants to cover, and then we're going to kind of feed off of each other. So if I were you, I would get a piece of paper and a pen, because we are going to go through a lot of tidbit of information that you need to know. I might do a little bit of screen sharing to show you some stuff about your back office. I think it's really important to know your back office, and I think it's really important to know the tools that we have, okay? So with that being said, said, Tina, oh, well, I guess other than the fact that my name's Sandy Durr, you guys, I have been in the company for 4 years, and anyone that I've personally signed, and Tina does the same thing, anyone that I've personally brought into this business, one of the things that I tell them is, you must give me 3 to 5 years. And the reason why I say 3 to 5 years is because this is truly building a business. For those of you who didn't even realize it, surprise, you're business owners. You are starting a business, which means you have to get your you have to get the foundation, set and solid and dry, and then you got to put the walls up, and then the drywall, and the filling stuff, and the roof, and the shutters, and you have to pick all the stuff on the inside. So that takes time, okay? So it's the best analogy that I love to use. Is so if you're in this, if you've been on the team now for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, maybe you're 6 months in, a year in, just know that you're still kind of just getting started. Look at it as if you're going to college too. You go to college for 4 years. The first year you're kind of like, what the what? Like, what just happened? What did I get myself into? Am I going to make any friends? Am I even going to find my classroom? How am I going to do all this homework and juggle my family life and kids and work and like all that stuff? So your first year in college is like your first year in this business. You're just trying to find your way and find your niche and figure out what works best for you. And then you go on to your second year, you're a little more confident. Your third year, you're like, yeah, you're the junior. You're like the boss lady. And then your fourth year, your fifth year, you're like your senior year, your bachelor, your master's, and you're going on, and you've got this kind of nailed down, okay? So if you're ever wondering how you're falling into things, with this business, kind of look at it as you are building a house. You're building a business from the ground up. This is a business. The only difference between this and opening a brick and mortar business is you don't have to pay the bank $2,000, $10,000, $30,000. You have a small overhead, which we're going to go into, okay? Tina, do you want to add anything? Do you want to introduce yourself? Maybe does everyone know who you are at this point?
I am pretty sure that they do.
Okay.
If they do not, then I have failed.
Then you failed. Okay. Well, yeah, you're pretty good at keeping in contact with people. I've been with It Works for 4 years, you guys, and 4 years ago, I joined simply to make $300 to $500 because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. By raise of hand, how many of you can relate to the fact of filling that gap where you've got maybe $100 to make it a week and a half to 2 weeks, okay? That's where we were. It's not a good feeling because you never know what's going to pop up. There's always that unexpected bill, a flat tire, an exhaust that goes out, kids need shoes, there's an event that they want to do, and 9 times out of 10 we got to tell them no because we can't do it. So for me, when I first joined, it was I needed to fill that gap. I was tired of borrowing from line of credit and putting on credit cards, and I figured, hey, if I can put a wrap on somebody and make $25, I can probably do that 4 times a week and make $100. If I can do that 4 weeks in a row, that's $400. I'm making the minimum of what I'm wanting to get, okay? So I got into this business to make $300 to $500 a month to fill that gap, to fill what was missing, to give myself peace of mind. And you guys, what I'm going to tell you guys right now, I do not ever want you to compare yourself to me because I was one of those 2% in the entire company. 98% of people are going to move at a little bit slower pace because you never know when you're going to run into those right people. It just takes 2 people to completely blow up your entire organization, okay? 2 people. Some of you will find those 2 people right out of the gate. Some of you will find it a year or 2 years into the business. Tina's going into her 2nd year, and she's just now stumbling across those people.
3rd.
Oh, yeah, you're in your 3rd year. Sorry, forgetting.
Okay.
I don't know what you tried to send, Tina.
It was a smiley face.
Okay. Emojis aren't working. So when I got into the business, I literally I went full force and I went at it blind. And I think this is a common mistake that a lot of people make. You overthink it. How many of you are overthinkers and you've been overthinking how you're going to run this business? It's okay to admit that. Okay. Yeah. If you're muted, you can just do the blue hands up. It's fine. You're overthinking. You're overanalyzing everything that you're doing. How many of you are wondering if you're even going to be successful? Okay. How many of you are wondering, how am I even going to share this with people? Okay. Okay. You got to stop doing that. Your free meeting will end in 10 minutes. Please upgrade to Pro.
What?
For unlimited minutes. Okay. Well, we'll upgrade because I'm going to keep using this. So hold on 2 seconds, guys, because I don't want us to get cut off.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, I don't know why it did that, but I don't want it to die out, so I'm going to just save this real quick. We're going to, boom. Okay, so I just bought the thing, so we're not going to get cut off.
So just the host has to do that?
Yeah. So I'm just going to get it real quick.
Okay.
So hold on. Oh. I would say 50. Okay. Sorry, guys. Technical error. It's almost done. All right, so we are good. We will not get cut off. Awesome. Okay. Phew, good thing it gave us a pop-up, but we all would have got disconnected and everyone would have been like, what's going on? All right, so overthinking. Overthinking happens. So starting tonight, from this point on, y'all are going to stop overthinking how you're going to run this business, and you're just going to do it, okay? You're not going to question anything you're doing. You're not going to question who's going to follow you, who's not going to follow you, who's going to join you, who's not going to join you. You're going to stop doing that right now, okay, because it does nothing for you. So what I'm going to tell you guys right now is when I came in, I didn't know anything about this business. I didn't know how to run it. I've never been in network marketing before. How many of you, this is your first time ever doing a home-based business? Ever? Okay, so some of you maybe dabbled before. Okay, this was my first time at it. I had no idea what I was doing. My sponsor said, I want you to get out there and share every single day. I want you to post, and I want you to put a wrap on someone. Hold on, we got a question, Jessica. What's your question, Jessica?
Oh, I didn't have one.
Okay, you can lower your hand then. Okay. She said, get out there and share. Hand out your coupons. You guys, our coupons. How many of you have these? Your Blitz cards, coupons. Okay. You must have these with you at all times. Okay. They're just they're your coupon. They're your business card. This is how we're going to share the business with everyone. Okay. So I joined on February 18th of 2012. That gave me 10 days to work the business in the month of February. And I promoted to Ruby in my first 10 days. Just going out there, handing out this coupon, slapping the wraps on people. I was putting wraps on people. I was putting facials on people. I was handing out my coupons. I was stalking them on the outside of dressing rooms. If I heard them in the dressing room, I was waiting outside the dressing room to give them a coupon because I had something for them. 2.5 months into the company, I went diamond. I promoted to diamond 2.5 months in. I got my $10,000 bonus. 6 months in, I went double diamond. A little over a year later, I went triple. About a year and a half later, I went presidential diamond. So it took me. You do have a question, honey? Okay, hold on. Okay.
Okay. This isn't actually like a real question, but I just went to the One Team One Mission conference thing here in the Springs, and one thing that they stressed is the fact that this is your business. This is your business. This is your job. Do not rely on anybody else to do this for you. You have to do this for you. It's one of the biggest things they stressed, but you can always ask for help.
Oh, yeah, and that's what we give. Like, we give help all the time. That's what our team page is for. That's what the team calls are for, our monthly trainings, our weekly trainings, like, everything that we do is here to help you. This is your business, okay? Can you move quickly? Absolutely. Do you got to give yourself 3 to 5 years? Absolutely. You've got to be ready to put the time and energy into it. Here's something that I tell all of my new girls when they join. You're either going to treat this like a hobby, or you are going to treat this like a business, okay? If you're treating it like a hobby and you're putting just a little bit of time here or there and you're not really handing out your coupon cards, you may or may not wrap someone, that's okay. It's absolutely okay. You are just going to go a little bit slower, and then hobbies are going to cost you a little bit of money up front until you get that bug and that feeling in your gut like you are sick and tired of being sick and tired and you don't want to go through this anymore and you don't want to live the life that you're living anymore. When you get to that moment, you're going to turn that hobby into a business, and you're going to see a huge shift overnight with how your mindset is and how you work this business, okay? Tina, do you want to add anything? We're going over just the basics of like that, and then I'm going to move into what you got to do to get started in your first 30 days. Oh, hold on, you're muted. I don't know how you got muted. Okay.
No, you're good. I was just trying to tell you that I was muted and I couldn't unmute myself, so we're fine. I think I had some stuff I wanted to say, but I forgot, so just keep going.
Just keep going. Okay, so the your first 30 days are really, really important, you guys. It's probably the most crucial part of your business because the first 30 days is really, in my opinion, going to figure out who really wants this and who doesn't. It's really going to set you apart from the rest of the pack because the first 30 days, that's when we're going to make sure your ADDD auto ships on, you're going to get your 4 loyal customers, you're going to get your website up and running, you're going to start sharing and posting and talking. Your first 30 days is really going to show me, if I've personally signed you, it's really going to show me how serious you are about being a part of this team and this family because I guarantee if you joined, you had the conversation with the person that signed you up, okay, what do you want? What's your number? On this chart right here, what is your number? Did y'all pick a number? Do you know what you want? Because everyone that I sign, I have them pick a number. I have them tell me how much time they're willing to put into this. And they're going to prove that to me within the first 30 days. How often they respond to me, how often they're touching base with me on what's going on, if they even respond back, if they set an appointment with me, do they get back with me? Do they follow up with me on things that I ask them to do? Are they working on their 30s list, their 100s list? Are they getting on the phone with their Diamond and Above upline sponsor? I mean, these are all crucial things that we're going to go over because it's so important for you to get off the ground running right out of the gate. Oops, wrong person. Hold on. Okay, Christina, you had a question?
Yes. I go door to door with my business, and I mean, I don't have a car, and I mean, is there tips for people who do that? Because everybody that I went to, I get doors slammed in my face, and I don't know if I'm approaching wrong. They think I'm soliciting, and I'm just trying to hand out my coupons, and I'm trying to be successful, and I mean.
Yeah.
Really getting bummed out with I'm not with the business but with myself, and I'm losing my umph.
Okay, so and that's what happens. That can happen. It happens to us all. It happens to me all the time. You guys, in 4 years, I've gone through so many ups and downs. I've gone through funks in my business, but the one thing that I do is I get on the phone with my upline immediately, and I start talking to her, and I'm like, okay, here's what's going on, or I get a hold of a sideline sister, and we talk it out. Going door to door, that's not necessarily a bad thing. If you don't have a car, that's fine. Go door to door. You can say, hey, I'm opening a new business in the area. I just wanted to give you my information. They may or may not want to listen to you at the time, and that's okay. Don't get discouraged because a no is just a not right now, and that is the one thing that you guys will find out really quick as a no is just a not right now. And Tina can tell you guys that. I mean, 3 years in the business, she's had a lot of no's. She's had a lot of people shut her down. My own family doesn't support me in this business. My mom and my sister want nothing to do with this. My dad wants nothing to do with it. They've never supported me. And if I were to let all of the negative responses and the negative comments and the doors slamming in my face and the chatter behind my back, because I've had a lot of people talk behind my back, if I would have let that get in my way, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, and I guarantee a lot of you wouldn't even be on this team yet. So my best suggestion and my best advice to you as far as that is just keep going. It's not going to hurt you. Every time you hand out a coupon to someone else or You give them a product pamphlet and you just say, hey, I just want to let you know that there's a new business that I'm working on. I just want to get the word out. It's a mouth to mouth, word to word referrals. I just want to hand you my information. If you're ever interested, just give me a call. I'll touch base with you later. Okay. Just give it, and that will be kind of like a soft introduction to people. So sometimes a soft introduction is nice. I know that when I first started my business, I went around to different businesses like hair salons, tanning salons, chiropractors, and I just asked them if I could leave one of my little boxes, a lead box in there, and I just say, hey, I'm opening a new business in the area and I'm just trying to get the word out. Do you mind if I leave my box here with my coupon? And so if anyone's interested, then I can follow back up with them. So if someone tells you no, honey, it's okay. If they're shutting the door in your face, it's okay, because eventually you're going to say something, post something, intrigue them with something that's going to hit them in the core, and then they're going to want to talk to you about it. Alyssa, what's up?
Hi. Well, I just wanted to extend upon what you were saying, because I've not tried door-to-door, but my father's owned his own business several different times in my childhood. And one thing that I always learned from him was go where your market is. Mm-hmm. So if you want to get in touch with healthy people, take a yoga class. If you want to, or go rock climbing, or go for a hike up a mountain and talk to the hikers who, you know, they could use the greens.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh, absolutely. And what I love about our products, we have something for everyone, which is cool, because every product that we have is going to touch somebody's life one way, shape, or form. We've got our skincare, our supplements, our essential oils, our energy bars, our protein shakes. We've got the wrap for tightening, toning, and firming. Like, we have something for everyone. So find what's gonna make you comfortable to get this business started. But the one thing I will tell you is don't ever quit. Don't ever stop doing what you're doing, because at some point you are going to say the right thing to the right person that's going to touch them on their heart, or let them realize that they're ready to make a difference. Somebody had their hand raised. Shelby, well, let me find you. This thing, I need to expand this because this takes a long time to find y'all. Okay. Shelby, did you have a question?
Yeah, it's more of like, I need some tips. Like, I will share the posts that my upline give me about, you know, getting distributors and all that, and I'll have so many people comment, interested, wanting to know what it is that I do, and then as soon as I say it works, not interested, and then they block me. And
Yeah.
this has even happened, like, my own sister has blocked me on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. You'll have that. I got that a lot. I don't know what you're sharing or how you're coming back with them, but if they are interested, if you are posting something where you're asking, you know, hey, if you could, if you are, oh, sorry, somebody sent me a message. If somebody says that to you, if they are like, you know, no, I'm not interested in It Works, just flat out ask them why not It Works. What is it about It Works that turns you off? It might just be that they're just not educated enough. They might, because some people in their warped, crazy minds think that we're a pyramid scheme, and we're not. That's corporate America. Some people just don't know enough, because here's the thing, you guys, and this is, I want you to pay attention really quick, and then I'm going to get back on track with going through this list of stuff that Tina wants to go over. Some people are getting a bad taste in their mouth about us because people are being spammy, okay? People are being spammy. They are friend requesting people left and right, and then rather than building a relationship with them, like liking on their posts and commenting on their posts, you're friend requesting them, not you guys in general, just like as a whole, because I'm getting this is happening, and I'm seeing it a lot on the leadership pages. We're friend requesting people, and then right after we friend request them, we're sending them a cold message right away saying, hey, have you ever heard about It Works? I want to tell you all about it. It's this company. It's got a wrap. It tightens, tones, and firms. We've got these supplements and these essential oils, and we have this skincare. And oh, yeah, by the way, you can make $500 or even $30,000 if you get this bonus. Is this something that you'd be interested in? Literally, all of that came out of your mouth in a text message, okay? That will scare people away faster than anything else. But one thing we learned from a social media guru that was part of It Works last year was he said it's really, really important to build relationships with people. So it's really, really important to if you like their post, it's like giving them a high five. And if you comment on their post, it's like giving them a hug. And that's going to go a lot further than they're saying hi to you. The Daddy, yeah. So you want to make sure that you're high-fiving them and you're hugging them and they're building relationships, and then just keep sharing. So if somebody unfriends you and blocks you, dear, like, Shelby, don't even worry about it, hon, because I've had that happen to me too. And here's the funny thing. And Tina has a perfect example because she had somebody block her on Facebook. And then they came back later. They ended up friending her again, and then they wanted to be a part of the team. I have been blocked. I have been unfriended. I have been talked about. I've had people like start doing snide remarks on my posts. You just delete it. You put your blinders on and you go back to work. Because like I said a little bit ago, if I would have stopped working my business every time someone told me, no, this is a scam, you're wasting your time, what are you doing, this stuff doesn't work, well then I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be a presidential diamond. And if y'all look at the chart, a presidential diamond can make almost $200,000 a year. So I think I'm doing okay with all the people that have been telling me no. Slamming the door in my face, unfriending me, blocking me, bashing my company, because the only reason why they do that is either one, they're jealous, they don't understand it, they wish they were a part of it, and they're scared. That's it, okay? Tina, you want to tell them how you had somebody do the same thing and they came back, and then I'm going to go through some of the lists you gave me.
Yeah, it's so true. I had this one girl who we were actually high school friends, and we, you know how you like lose touch with people after you graduate high school and you have kids and you get married and blah, blah, blah. So we kind of lost touch, and then we found each other again on Facebook. We kind of reconnected, and then she seen what I was doing with it work. She started asking me questions, and I told her, you know, hey, you should try it. And she kept telling me that she was going to, and then all of a sudden, one day I went to send her a message and it said, you cannot message this person. And like I looked into it and it was because she unfriended me and blocked me. So I was like, okay, whatever. I don't know what happened there. Like I literally cannot to this day think of, you know, did I say something wrong? What did I do wrong? And come to find out I didn't do anything wrong. Like eventually I went to message her one day. It was weird. And I told this at training one time. I seriously think that it was like a gift from God or something. I don't know. Because one day I just thought to myself, okay, I'm going to try to message her again, knowing that she blocked me. Well, I tried to message her. It went through. She responded back, and she told me that she blocked me because the timing wasn't right. She didn't have the money. She was embarrassed, and you know, and yada, yada, yada. Long story short, she ended up joining my team, is now a distributor on the team, and, you know, it just goes to show that it's not necessarily just because somebody blocks you or unfriends you or says no, it's not because you guys are doing something wrong. 9 times out of 10, it's something to do with them, something that they're insecure about or unsure about, or they're just not confident about jumping into it.
And
so just remember that.
They're just not ready.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're threatened by your success, and so it can be jealousy. My husband tells me that all the time. He tells me that my sister and my mom are just jealous of me. And I'm beginning to think they are, because they're still pretty miserable, and 4 years later my life has gotten a lot better, and they could be a lot better too if they would have just jumped on board with me.
I think Jessica Anderson has a question.
I
think Jessica Anderson has a question.
What's your question, dear?
Okay. Actually, Alyssa just asked me this. Is our products kosher for Jewish people?
I don't know what kosher means.
What does that mean? Kosher?
Like, I know that there's like kosher dill pickles, and I think that it has something to do, like, I think kosher means like no animals were like, there was no animals involved in the process. Is that what that means? I'm not really sure what the technical term.
Alyssa,
yeah. Alyssa might know. Why don't you unmute Alyssa and ask her?
Hey, I'm sorry. It's just I was suddenly reminded I have a lot of Jewish family, and they won't even so much as drink a soda if it's not kosher. Kosher means that a rabbi has viewed the process of it being made, and that it fits the it fits the description of what is and is not acceptable via the Torah, which they would have studied. So if the company has not had a rabbi go and check it out, then it probably is not kosher, or they at least consider it to be. And I need to know that so I don't approach them with it, because they'll snap.
Probably not. I don't think we have any rabbis in It Works. I mean, I know we're a Christian-based company, but I mean, It Works is really particular about what they put in their products. It takes
Yeah.
years to develop things. They don't just throw it together and put it out there. They actually take the time to find the most the high quality product. All of the herbs and fruits and vegetables that we use, It Works is growing 99% of them ourselves.
Well, like most of the time it really wouldn't matter, but the Jewish people in my family are Orthodox, so if it does not have the label, if it doesn't actually have the certification of kosher, they just don't trust it no matter how careful you are. And that's all I wanted to make sure, because
Well,
I don't want to offend her by approaching her with this.
The only thing you could do then in this case is, because It Works is an open book, you could always just print out the if you wanted to take the time to do this, you could make like a booklet of all of our products, because all of the ingredients are listed, and maybe they could do their own research to see if the products fall into a category that they would be comfortable with. I mean, that's the best thing that you can do, and that's all we can do is just give them the ingredient list and let them do their research.
Yeah. Now, as far as I know, the wraps, it really wouldn't matter. It's really only a matter of what they would consume. And that's as far as I know, but I have a lot of really religious people of various types in my family, and there's some stuff that I have to check before I can approach them with it.
Yeah, I maybe you might want to do that then. You might just want to make a booklet so you have everything readily available for you. Or, I mean, if they're savvy with the computers, they can just go to your site and click on shop and look up every product, because at the bottom of the page of every product it says product info, and it shows everything. So if they're that cautious, they probably do a lot of research anyways with anything before they do it. So that might just be second nature to them. So if they're interested, you could easily give them the site, say, hey, I know you might be interested in this product. Here's the ingredient list. Here's like everything. And they're going to know. I mean, they'll tell you if they're comfortable or not. That would be the best thing for you in your particular case with that.
Okay.
Okay. Tina, you want to add anything? I thought I heard your voice a minute ago.
Well, the only thing I was going to say, like at this point where Alyssa's at with her family, I think if it was me, I would probably just approach them with, you know, the wrap and the skincare and things that are not consumable. And then, you know, maybe once they fall in love with those, they'll take the initiative to look into other things further.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on their personality and whatnot, but that's all I was going to say.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. I mean, for people that are that particular or like their religion takes precedent, then they're going to know what they can and can't eat and what they can and can't use, and they're going to know what products stand out. So by giving them the list, that's going to be about the only thing we can do, because I know the Amish love our product. I mean, the Amish are going nuts with it. But it obviously two different religions. Okay, so your first 30 days. So, okay, so most of you are within your first 30 days or your first 3 months. So I'm just going to go over your first 30 days, what you've got to make sure that you've done. So by a raise of hands, whether with the raise handing or actually physically putting your hand up, how many of you have your $80 BB auto ship turned on? Okay. Got a lot of people who may or may not have that on. Okay, your 80 BB auto ship, you guys, is really, really important to get that turned on, because it's part of your overhead. It's how you're going to run your business. You must run that. You can't, if you don't have product, you're out of business. If you're not using the products, how can you share them? So your auto ship is going to kind of come into play a couple of different ways. One, without wraps, you can't run a business. So you must have wraps on hand so that you can wrap people. You want to make $25 every time you slap a wrap on someone, and you want to be a product of the product. So for $80 a month, you can get a box of wraps or a box of facials and 1 or 2 supplements. It's totally up to you, but find something that you fell in love with, get on that product, be on it for several months, so then that way you can go out there very knowledgeable about what we have to offer. Because in the beginning, I used to hear all the time from Mark, Cindy, and Pam, listen, you got to have a belief in your product, your company, and yourself. If even one of those is missing, you're going to stumble a little bit in your business. And to have a belief in your products, you got to use them. You got to be able to understand how they work within your body, so that you can say, hey, I took New You. I used to struggle with sleeping. I took New You for several months, and now I sleep like a baby. Me personally, I have arthritis really bad, and I started taking Relief because somebody said take Relief. It's great for joint pain and flexibility. I started taking Relief. Guess what? I'm pain free. So now I can share that. I can tell people that because I took the products, okay? So for your first 30 days, you must make sure that your auto ship is set up because that really unlocks a lot of stuff. Because if your auto ship's not set up, you risk losing your first bonus that you get. Because in your first 30 days, y'all are trying to get 4 loyal customers, right? How many of you have gotten your 4 loyal customers? Yes, okay. And now we're saying we want to get your security 6. We really want to get 6 loyal customers underneath you, and we're going to go into that here in just a few minutes. But for the purposes of It Works, you want to get the first 4 because it unlocks your $120 in free product credit. If you don't run your ADBB auto ship within your first 30 days, they can take that credit back from you. So if you have cashed it in and bought product, they can take it back from you from your commission checks, okay? Because part of getting paid that bonus is running your business properly, and running your business properly is having your auto ship run. And let's say you got some wrap rewards. So if you assigned your 4 loyal customers, you got 2 boxes of wraps for $25 a piece. If you redeemed them and you did not run your ADBB auto ship, they can take that back. They can take it back because you redeemed something that you didn't finish your qualifications for to earn. Let's say you decide you came out of the gate and you really, Christina, I'll get to you in a second, hon. I see your hands raised. Let's say you get your 4 loyal customers, you actually started signing distributors, and you got your $100 fast start bonuses for signing distributors, which we'll go into that a little bit more, but you didn't run your ADBB auto ship. Guess what? They can take back your bonus. They can take your bonus back. So your first 30 days is really crucial to make sure your auto ship is turned on. You want to get your 4 loyal customers so that way you get your $120 in free product credit, you get your wrap rewards, you're fast start qualified, and we want to make sure that you've got product coming in because you're open for business, right? You wouldn't go into a boutique and shop if they didn't have product, right? You wouldn't go into a nail salon and get your nails done if they didn't have any polish, right? You wouldn't go to a tanning bed that didn't have tanning beds, right? You wouldn't go to a gym that didn't have equipment to work out in, right? So how can you run a business and expect to make money if you don't have product on hand? Because 1, you want to be a product of the product, and 2, you got to have wraps on hand to sell because he who wraps more wins. And Mike Patillo has said so many times, wrap the map. Cam Sauter has said, wrap the map. You've got to put these wraps on people. If you're not putting the wraps on them, how are they supposed to know that they truly work? Because I was one of the biggest skeptics. I was like, this thing doesn't work. There's no way that this thing works. And then somebody put it on me and it freaking worked. So I got to eat my words. So you must put the wraps on people. Oops. Christina, what's your question?
Yes, I was wondering, you were talking about your auto shipment. I've been going through, like, rough time right now with just me and my health-wise, and I'm short on cash. And what if you don't have money and you don't run it for 1 month? Is it still going to penalize you?
Sometimes there's a 30-day period, like a 30-day grace period, but if you can sell 5 wraps a month, 5 wraps a month will run your business. Okay, so if you, and to be honest with you guys, when I got started with It Works, I didn't have the money to run my business, so I sold wraps. So if you are making wrap cash, if you are getting that $25 in wrap cash and you are going out and spending it, for lack of a better way of putting this so it makes sense to you guys, shame on you. Stop spending it. Especially within your first 30 to 60 to 90 days in the business. And some of the stuff I say, you guys, just take it with a grain of salt and just soak it in. Because your first 30, 60, 90, 120 days in this business, sometimes your entire business is only being built on your wrap cash. That's why it's so important to get out there and sell those wraps, because you can run your business for several months on your wrap cash. But if you're not opening your mouth, if you're not wrapping people, if you're not out there doing that, then you don't have the cash to run your business. For me, I didn't have the cash. I mean, I borrowed $100 from our mortgage payment to get started. So for me, I had to sell the wraps. And I have never had to worry about how I was going to pay for my business because I put wraps on people. Utilize your social media. So Christina, I think it was either you or Jessica. Maybe it was you or Shelby. One of you said you don't have a car right now, so you can utilize social media like big time. Like you can totally utilize social media and reaching out to your friends and your family and asking for favors. Tell them that hey, can you just do me a favor? I would just love for you to try this wrap. Wear it for 45 minutes. I'm trying to build my before and after portfolio so I can share with everyone else this amazing product that I have on hand. Would you be willing to try one? It's only $25. They're usually $35, $40. It used to be $300 in Europe, and now it's only $25 here in the U.S. Would you sample one for me? Okay, like, it's okay to tell them, because our wrap used to be $300 over in Europe, and now it's $25 here in the U.S. When you tell them what it used to be and what it is now, I bet they'll help you out. It's only $25, and shoot, they're going to get great results. So there is a grace period, Christina. So in the event, I understand people run into hard times. I get that. It happens. And we'll do the best that we can to help make sure that you got the tools, the resources, the scripts, the support to get out there and like talk to people so you can get these wraps on. Or maybe we're going to help make sure that you've got enough loyal customers coming in that the commission checks that you get will pay for your auto ship. So don't fret too much, okay? Because we are all in different income situations. So you're not going to lose your business just because you can't run your auto ship once, but do everything that you can to set yourself up for success, which means your wrap cash, don't use it. You guys put it in a separate account. Don't keep it in your wallet, because cash is too easy to use. It's too easy to spend. It's too easy to stop at McDonald's or Walgreens and run in and get something. I've had people in the past say, well, I had to use that $25 to pay for a bill. Okay, well, first of all, your water bill, your electric bill, your phone bill, your mortgage, your everything, all of your utilities, you can let them go for 3 or 4 months before they're going to do anything, okay? So in my personal opinion, if it comes down to paying a $60 utility bill, or paying for your website or your business so that you can get a $100 commission check or higher, or you can get your $100 fast start bonuses or your rewards so you can get your box of wraps for $25 so you can turn around and get $100 in wrap cash, which is that once you get a wrap on someone, you're probably going to sign a customer. So not only did you get $100 in wrap cash, but now you probably got $50 in commission checks. That's $150 you made that can help you run your business again, so you can duplicate that and duplicate that. And before you know it, you're going to be getting $300, $400, $500 a month. And so what if you missed one utility bill? They're not going to shut anything off, okay? If you wouldn't have had your wrap cash, how would you have paid that bill? So think about if you didn't have It Works and you weren't bringing in a $25 here, a $50 here, how would you have paid for the gas in your car? How would you have gotten your groceries? How would you have done it? You would have found a way, right? So until you've got that reoccurring commission checks coming in over and over and over again, until you're making enough in wrap cash where your wrap cash is paying for your business, if after you've paid for your business expense, which is your website and your auto ship, if you still got $50 left over in wrap cash, spend it how you see fit, but make sure you take care of your business first, okay? Because your business is what's going to change your future. Nothing's going to happen overnight with your utilities. Trust me, I know. I know firsthand. Nothing's going to happen. So let's secure your future and think long-term rather than the short-term. So if you weren't a part of It Works and you needed gas, you needed groceries, you needed, you don't need that Starbucks, but people will spend their wrap cash on their Starbucks instead of paying for their business. And I say this because I've seen this stuff, you guys. In 4 years, I've seen this stuff. And then people will come to me and they're like, I can't run my business. And yeah, I've seen all over Facebook where they're going out to eat. They stopped at McDonald's. They took their kids here. They took their kids there. They bought a new phone. They did this. Instead of investing that money into their future, they're thinking short term. So just know that going forward, you guys think about your long-term future and the legacy that you're going to leave for your children, and we're going to help you, okay? We're going to make sure, we're going to have your back. We're going to make sure that everything is set up correctly. Anything that I tell you or Tina tells you, it's because we've either been there, done that, or seen it happen for someone else. And her and I are successful. You guys are successful. You're here, right? You're successful. You made it. You made that choice to change your life forever. That's a success in itself. So let's keep moving forward with that, okay? Let's not just dream small, let's dream big. And so let's, in your first 30 days, let's really knock out those 4 customers so you get those 2 rewards, your boxes of wraps. So really, all of those rewards you get in your first 30 days, you could get 4 boxes of wraps with that. You guys, that's $400 cash. That is more than enough to run your business for a couple of months. Trust me. Okay, it is. It's truly enough to run your business for a couple of months. your steps to success is super, super important. Some people think that it's crazy that I say, you know, follow the steps to success. I actually had one of my new girls ask me the other day, she's like, so you've been doing this for 4 years now. How do you run your business? And I'm like, I follow this. I follow my steps to success. And she goes, really? You don't do anything different now that you're a presidential diamond? And I don't, you guys. Really, this is our roadmap. So you should be printing this every month. I print it every month. I've got a stack of them in my filing cabinet. I keep all of them every single month because this helps me see how on track I am. Because step one, how many of you joined in the month of March? Is anyone brand new this month? Okay, Lily, you're this month. Okay, so Lily, step one for you, honey, is you joined. You decided to take a leap of faith. You joined our It Works family, and you're ready to make a difference in your life, right? So for you, step one was you joined. For the rest of you, I think that the majority of you might have joined last month, right? Did a lot of you join last month or a couple months ago? So for you, step one for all of you every single month is that auto ship, okay? And you guys do not spend more than you have to. Okay, get it as close to 80 as you possibly can. A box of wraps and a box of greens is 84 BB, okay? That's $96. That you sell your 4 wraps that you get, there's your expense, okay? There's your cost for your business because you can get, if you get the greens on the go and a box of wraps, guess what? You got all those samples you get to hand out. All of those samples. Think about all those people you're going to draw in because you're handing out samples, okay? So for all of you, step one is your 80 BB auto ship. Step two is getting 4 new customers. Your first 30 days in the business, obviously it's important because we want to make sure you get your bonuses. But for me and Tina and Tasha and Destiny, all of us that have been in this business a minute, step 2 for us is getting those 4 new customers. I'll show you my current steps to success right now, you guys. Right now, I don't know if you can see that, but right now I only have 3 loyal customers right now, and then I've got the 5 distributors that I've signed. So I'm working on trying to get 1 more loyal customer. I just set an appointment today to meet with somebody on Tuesday. We're going out to lunch, and I met her at a bar and just started talking to her, and she saw my purse and she asked me about it, so now we're getting together and she's going to sign up as a loyal, and we booked a party. She's having a party on April 16th. So I'm still working on trying to fill out my steps to success, but you know what? This shows me that I'm staying on track because here's the cool thing. All of you guys are distributors, okay? You are a distributor. You've made a decision to change your life. Guess what? You've just built structure under somebody that you're a part of, okay? A team, you've built a structure. You're part of a structure, okay? All of you are part of a structure underneath me. That structure is helping you promote, someone above you promote, someone above you to promote, someone all the way on up, okay? So all of you are playing a huge part in our team going ambassador. All of you play a huge part of it because you're building that structure, okay? You're filling in structures and places on boxes. But just because a distributor, okay, so this is Ruby. This is like the Ruby bonus we're going to talk about. All of you are filling in these boxes, okay, which is important. It's important to have the distributors to fill the boxes, but just having those boxes filled means nothing if you don't complete step 2, because step 2 actually brings in that residual income. Does anyone not know what residual income means? It is a beautiful thing. Tina knows it's a beautiful thing. Shelby, residual, honey, that is something that it comes again and again and again and again. You can make residual income in your sleep. Okay, I have customers that I talked to one time, and I met them 4 years ago, you guys. 4 years ago, and I talked to them once, face-to-face. They're still ordering from me for the last 4 years. I have made residual again and again and again and again and again and again money from them, and I met them once. Okay? Our customers make our business. So every month you want to get 4 new customers, because the great thing about our customers is they order for a minimum of 3 months. It's not like Unique or Mary Kay or 31 or Yankee Candle or any food companies out there. They order once. It's direct sales. You only get paid on something when somebody buys something once. And most people don't need those things every month. They might not even order again from you for a year. It might be 6 months. It might be 2 years before they order from you again. Because God knows I have some 31 bags and I have plenty. And I probably will never order again because I don't need them. Okay, so my 31 lady probably has maxed out on what I'm going to buy from her. because I don't need a bunch of bags. My makeup, my Unique lady that I buy from, okay, maybe I get mascara every 3 months, but she's only making $18 off of me every 3 months. That's it, if that, okay? If I even decide to keep buying from her. I might find another makeup company that comes out that I might be intrigued with. So guess what? The makeup lady no longer gets anything from me again. But the nice thing about our It Works is our loyal customers, they order for a minimum of 3 months. Okay, so in 3 months, you are building a relationship with them. This is so funny, watching y'all move around. I see people scratching their boots, like scratching their heads or moving around, and I'm like, it's funny from my side seeing all this. It's a little distraction. Probably put the screen down so I don't see it. But our loyal customers, you guys, it's amazing because while they're customers of yours, you're going to be building those relationships because they got in on a product for a reason, right? We're in the business to change lives. We change people's health and their wealth, okay? Their well-being is that's what we're drawn to do. So 3 months, for 3 months, you have unlimited time to reach out to these customers. Don't just sign them and forget about them, you guys. Build a relationship with them. Check in with them. You should be checking in them. It's called the 2, 2, and 2 rule. Tina, have you talked to them about this yet?
No, I don't think so.
The 2 times 2 times 2? Okay, so I'm going to let you explain this here in a second. You want to have a relationship with them. Don't just sign them and forget about them, okay? Because we've got a 2 by 2 by 2 rule. If you follow this rule, I bet and guarantee not only will you keep your customers on past the first 3 months, you might even get some of them that start upgrading to distributors. So will you explain what the 2 by 2 by 2 is, Tina?
Well, basically it's after 2 days, like when you have initially made your connection with them, that's your follow-up. So in 2 days you'll follow up with them. After 2 weeks, so after the 2 days they placed an order, they became a loyal customer. After the 2 weeks, you're going to connect with them again and make sure that they got their product, make sure that they know how to use it, if they have any questions, so forth. Just basically, again, keeping that relationship built and strong. And then the third 2 is after 2 months, because we all know 2 months they have their second auto shipment that's running and they're getting ready to hit their 3rd month. So again, you want to make sure that they are using their products consistently, that they're using them correctly, make sure that they're getting results, and if they're not, go through the whole process of figuring out what's going on and what they need to do. And also, it's a good time to see if they want to try other products, if they know how to change their auto shipment. Basically, the 2 by 2 by 2 rule is just keeping that relationship built with them and letting them know that you're there for them. Letting them know that, you didn't just sign them up and just to sign them up, that you're really there to help them. So 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. That's the 2 by 2 by 2 rule.
Yeah, it's so important, you guys. And what I would do, here's what I do, and I'll show you guys. I have this book, it's not even a book. I got a couple different things that I do. So I have my loyal customers in this, and I have a binder, and it's got all of their order forms in here, okay? It's got everything. So I've got every loyal customer that I've ever signed in this binder, and it's alphabetized by their first name. So if a loyal customer gets a hold of me and asks me something, I just flip and find their name really quick by the alphabet. But in here, I've got these cards, and it's the 1st through the 25th, because all auto ships run by the 25th for our customers. Even if a customer signed up on the 28th, their auto ship will run on the 25th. So I have the things in here, and it's like there's the 1st. So every customer that's auto ship is going to run on the 1st of the month. I pull up the 1st of the month, and I always call 7 days prior to their auto ship running. And what's really neat is on their card, it's got their name on the front, their name, their ID number, their phone number, and on the back, it says 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and it tells me what they've been ordering their 1st month, their 2nd month, and their 3rd month. That way, I have a quick reference so that I can remind them what they were going to order, what they did order, ask them how are they doing, how is their orders working for them, because you guys, our products are plant-based. They're not going to work the same for everybody. So if you had somebody that ordered wraps, they're maybe not seeing the results that they were hoping, okay, well, you doing your due diligence, you're going to tell them, you know what, let's stop wrapping for the 2nd month. Let's get you in some greens. Let's get your body alkalized. Let's get your body detox. Let's get your body working like it's supposed to. Because if you're not pooping, then your body can't process the wrap like it's supposed to. If you're not peeing and drinking your water, your body's not going to be able to function and use the products like it's supposed to. So they're going to appreciate you more if you follow up with them and help them with their goals, okay? So don't just think, oh my God, I just got a $200 order. Woohoo, that's awesome. And then never follow back up with them, because I have found a lot of times customers take the ThermoFit and the Fat Fighters wrong. They take them backwards. They take the ThermoFit, they take the Fat Fighters before they eat and ThermoFit after they eat, or they're taking them wrong, and they might not work like it's supposed to. So if you have somebody that ordered Fat Fighters and ThermoFit, make sure that you call them and you touch base with them. Make sure that they're taking it right. If you have people who ordered wraps, make sure that you're touching base with them. Make sure that they're taking their photos. Make sure that they're drinking their water. This is your business. Respect it. How would you like to be treated? So if you were to spend $200 on a product from someone, how would you like them to respond to you? So do the same thing, okay? So just follow up with them. So the loyal customers, you want to try to get 4 new ones every month. Are you gonna always get 4? No. Tina, do you always get 4?
Nope.
No, I don't always get 4. Sometimes I only get 1, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going through the activity, because I'm always out there sharing and posting and following up with people, okay? And I ask all of my customers that are in here or in my the little thing, all of these customers, I ask for referrals. Don't be afraid to ask for referrals, because if you have got a customer that's loving their products, ask them, hey, do you know anyone that might like these products like you do? Can I call them? Can I reach out to them? Okay? Like, don't be afraid to ask. But what I also use the steps to success for is I use this as a reference point too, you guys, because even if I don't get someone to sign up as a customer that month, I put their name on the back as a potential loyal. So now I have a running list that I can always follow back on several months down the road, because I pulled up my steps to success from 6 months ago and found out that there were people on that list who hadn't signed up yet. And sometimes it's just because I forgot, but I'm glad that their name was on that list, because I followed back up with them and now they're signing up as a customer. And then step 3 is go Ruby. How many of you are in the running for the $1,000 Ruby bonus? Yay! It's so exciting. I think just about everyone should be. You guys, they didn't have the $1,000 Ruby bonus when I joined. So step 3 is get 3 new distributors. You want to work on getting 3 new distributors every month, because every time you sign a new distributor, you're filling in that structure. You're filling in and building towards another promotion, okay? So are you always going to get 3 distributors? No, you're not always going to get them. But are you going to be planting seeds and working towards getting them? Absolutely, and that's the whole goal. There are months, my husband's playing Black Ops. There are months, you guys, where I don't sign a distributor. I just don't, because the timing's not right. But I still go through the activity. I still go through the action. I'm still building relationships. I'm still reaching out to people, and I just ask, you know. And sometimes I'm like, this month, I mean, our goal is 3, and I've already signed 5. It's because of the time of the month, the year that we're in. This is the time where you could really explode with your business. But your steps to success is something that you need to print and have and fill it in every month. If you're not doing this, if you're not printing it, you're probably kind of feeling like you're stumbling around and you're not really sure where to go or what to do. Tina, do you want to add anything with the steps to success?
Just hitting back on the loyal customer thing, I like to always keep in mind that loyal customers make our best distributors. So when you're trying to do step 3, you know, when you've had that loyal customer that's been ordering 80 BV plus a month, or they're ordering large orders in general, or they're ordering something consistently, and you can tell that they're really excited about the products, reach out to them and let them know that they could be making money by using the products, or use the products for free. So just always remember, loyal customers make our best distributors.
And I'm glad you said that, because I totally forgot about that. Okay, so of the 5 distributors that I've signed this month, Casey was a customer, Sarah was a customer, Andrea's a customer, Jordan's a customer. Jessica is the only person that joined this month that wasn't a customer or a distributor before she signed. She found me on Facebook and just flat out asked, said she wanted to be a part of this. So 4 of my 5 distributors this month have been my customers for a while. Casey has been a customer for 3 months. Sarah was a customer for 2 months. Andrea was a customer for over a year. Jordan didn't even make it a month as a customer.
Kim, who is on this video right now, she was a customer. So That's, that's a perfectly good example right there.
Yeah, customers do make our best distributors because they love the product. They know the product. They're using the products. They know the products work. And just like Tina said, if you've got a customer, and this is why you always want to go through your report and check on your customers every month, because if you've got customers that are ordering $80 or more a month, they need to be a distributor because they're spending what you pay or more to be a customer, and they can be making money, okay? The next thing, Tina, I'm going to let you talk about blitzing. The next thing on the list that you wanted to talk about was blitzing.
Well, honestly, I just want to make sure that everybody knows, and I can't see everybody, Sandy, so you might have to kind of relay this to me. Does everybody have a good feel or idea of what blitzing is or how to do it? Yeah, no.
Tasha's saying no.
Tasha, bull crap. You know how to blitz. I'm just going to ignore that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so anybody else that says no? Sandy?
Christina's saying no.
Okay, and then everybody else is yeah?
Some of them aren't answering.
Okay, so just a brief overview, because blitzing, I mean, I could go into a million different scenarios with blitzing. You guys have to be blitzing, and when I did the D2D challenge, which some of you are so new that you don't even know what that is, but Tasha said she's horrible at blitzing. She's crazy. So when I did the D2D challenge, the one that I failed on was blitzing. And it really opened my eyes. What did you say, Sandy?
Did I remember?
Yeah.
That? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You should do that.
And it's not because, like, I mean, I do blitz, don't get me wrong, but I'm not doing it enough. And I realized that I wasn't doing it enough. And still to this day, I don't feel like I'm doing it as much as what I should be doing it. And that's something that I really have been, like, on my 6 list. That's one of my things that I've really been trying to work on is blitzing. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know why, because it's not that I'm not uncomfortable. I mean, I've been doing this for 3 years. I've blitzed plenty of times. But I realized from the D2D challenge that blitzing was the thing that I was really slacking on. And that's a big deal, because blitzing is how we get new leads. That's how we reach out to our cold market, especially when we don't have a big warm market. I did not, and I do not have a big warm market whatsoever. So I just want to make sure that you guys are all blitzing. Basically, blitzing is, crap, I wish I had a coupon. So just bear with me while I find a blitz card. Okay, why don't you just go ahead and show yours real quick. Okay, can you guys all see that? So blitzing is our blitz card or our coupon or even our business card. Depending on who I'm talking to, I refer to it either as my business card, my blitz card, or a coupon. So the side that Sandy is showing now, it says, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? It shows down at the bottom. It shows basically where you can wrap, from the chin down, different areas that you can wrap. It also shows that if the wrap is normally $30 and that you can try it for $25. And then off to the other side, it shows that you can wrap for free by hosting a party. So what you'll want to do is, first of all, you guys are going to want to go to the My It Work store, order some blitz cards, okay? Once you guys have your blitz cards, you will basically hand that blitz card to the person with the have you tried that crazy wrap thing side up, that side right there, okay? And that's basically your way of breaking the ice, for lack of a better term. And so you'll basically say, hey, have you heard of this before? Again, your verbiage is going to depend on the person you're talking to. There is no right or wrong way to go about this, okay? So you're going to break the ice with this side. And they're going to be like, oh, no, I've never heard of it. Oh, yes, or yes, I've heard of it. And then you'll turn it over and you'll say, this is what it does. I mean, the card tells you what to do. Right here it says, this is what it does. It has a before and after picture. You can let them know that you're the co-founder of It Works. This is her daughter's friend. This is her before and after photo. You don't have to go into that much detail if you want, but it's up to you. And then you can just kind of take it from there. I say this is what it does. I show them this, and then I'm just quiet and I wait for them to respond. Because again, there is no black and white answer. I have ran into so many different scenarios. Like I ran into one girl flipped out. She was so excited. I thought she was going to pass out. She was so excited. And then I've had people that tell me no. They look at me like I'm stupid. And then I have people who are just skeptical, they're interested, they're intrigued, but they're skeptical just because that's human nature. So, again, there's no right or wrong way, but I just want to make sure you guys are blitzing. You should be handing out 5 to 10 blitz cards a day. And don't make a big show of it. Just do it with your normal everyday life. When you're going to the grocery store, shopping for your groceries, hand it to the cashier. If the lady behind the deli gets you some meat, just say, hey, I appreciate your help. Can I give you my coupon? And give her the coupon. And just remember, another thing that I have found that people are running into is that people are telling them that they're soliciting and this and that. Our Blitz card is a coupon. You're not soliciting. You're handing out a coupon. There's nothing wrong with that. So just make sure you guys are confident with it too.
It says coupon right on it too. So
right. So yeah, it says it's a coupon. So you're not soliciting. You're handing out a coupon. There's nothing illegal, wrong whatsoever about handing out a coupon. So just go in with confidence. And if you in the back of your mind, if you feel like you're supposed to blitz somebody, you're supposed to blitz them. Whether you're religious or not, whether you believe in God or not, whoever you believe in, there's a reason why you're feeling like you're supposed to blitz that person. And Lisa or Sandy or somebody on a call one time said, who are we to decide who really needs this coupon, who really needs this business, who really needs our products, who really needs this wrap?
I'll get to you in a second, hon.
The cashier behind the register at Walmart could be a mom of 5 kids, a single mom of 5 kids who doesn't know how she's going to put food on the table next week, and your Blitz card could be the answer to that. So you guys,
that, Tina, I really want to add that, and then Alyssa raised her hand, so I want to give her a minute to ask her question.
Okay.
I agree with you there. I think we don't give people enough credit. I think we look at someone and we immediately judge that they're not going to want this.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of the times when you guys are out, if you've ever gotten that feeling like you have this overwhelming pressure and this, like, you got these butterflies in your stomach and you have this weight on your shoulders and it's like you need to ask, you need to talk to them, you need to open your mouth and talk to them because they probably were just praying and asking for somebody to give them a sign that their life was about to change. A lot of people will ask me, Tina, and then I'll shut up and ask Alyssa, see what Alyssa needed. A lot of people ask me all the time, or they say to me all the time, I want to shadow you. I want to see how you work your business. I just want to spend an entire day with you. Everyone would be sorely disappointed if they spent an entire day with me because
they would not be disappointed, but go ahead.
I think they would be because I don't do anything special. Like I don't do anything special. Like if I like to talk to people. I love to see how people are doing and what they're doing. I love to have conversations with people, and I think that we dismiss the cashier a lot. I think that the person that's checking you out with your clothes, I think we dismiss them a lot. I think our waitresses are dismissed a lot. And so when I'm going through Walmart or Meijer or Kroger's, I ask the person that is, ringing up my food, how are you? How's your day? What are you doing after work today? How long have you worked here? Oh my gosh, do you think you're going to be here the rest of your life? Do they take care of you? Like, do you like working here? All of those questions are a back and forth conversation, and it's given me an idea of how to move forward with them. And I'll tell them, I'm like, listen, thanks for taking care of me today. You were a pleasure. I want to give you one of my coupons. It's my business card. It's something I do. It actually helped me retire. And I say that because it did help me retire. You can say something else, but you can say, I just want to give this to you. I think it would be something that you would love. I went through Meijer one time, and this lady said she hated her job. She did not see herself working there forever. She'd already been there 8 years. She was very unhappy. And so I gave her this, and I said, listen, based on what you told me, I can't help but give this to you. I have an opportunity. I think that it would open up a lot for you. I'm going to give you my business card, but better yet, I want to text it to you because I know you're working and this could easily get misplaced. So I pulled out my phone and I took a picture and I had her put her phone number in really quick while I was paying. So I always time everything out just right. So I did that before I paid, okay, before I swiped my card, because then that's going to give me some time to finish the conversation. So I said, let me text this to you because I know it could easily get misplaced. I text her this, and I handed her, I took a picture and I handed her my phone, and I said, just throw your phone number in there really quick, and then I swiped my card, did my PIN number and everything, and she was really, really excited. And when I got out to the car, I told her it was such a pleasure to meet her. I can't wait to get back with her. And then I took a picture of the backside showing the after, and I sent it to her, and we've since followed up, and she's now a customer. So she wasn't ready to be in the business, but at least she's on the products now. So I think if you guys just treat them as if you would want to be treated, then it's going to make things a lot easier. So hold on, I'm going to get Alyssa because she was raising her hand a second ago. Go ahead, hon.
Well, I was just going to say, you were talking earlier about if you feel like you should blitz someone, then you should blitz someone. And that sounds very similar to something that my mother said when I was much younger, but she said that everyone is just a little bit psychic, if only in that they are seeing something of themselves in another person. That's what draws your attention, and you should pay attention to that, is what she said. So I think that's probably where a lot of those feelings come from. You recognize your own moment of helplessness. What made you feel like, I'm just so tired of this all, and there has to be more to life than 9 to 5 and, you know, late night bartending and tips. There's something more. And
yes, there's definitely, yeah, and I totally agree with you there. I think that we're drawn to people for a reason, and blitzing you guys is just one of the easiest ways to start a conversation. I mean, Tina's been with me before when we've been at a restaurant, and I blitz someone. I mean, we've been with a group of distributors, and everyone at the table is like, Sandy, you should blitz them. You should blitz them. And I'm like, why aren't you blitzing them? I'll take them. I'm okay with that. I'll take them. And sure enough, I do. I just ask them, hey, have you ever heard of this before? And I get their phone number. Tina's seen me do it. It's not that hard. She seen me do it in Florida one time. This waitress was amazing. She was so talkative. She was just, you remember the girl at Olive Garden?
Mm-hmm.
Her and I are still talking on Facebook. We still talk on Facebook. Super energetic. I think she was she has a kid. I think she was in the Army. But I just loved her personality, and I didn't even say anything to her about the business. I just flat out asked her, are you on Facebook, and can we be friends? Do you remember that, Tina?
Yeah, and you know what else I want to point out, though? She was very intrigued because it was me, you, and another girl, but she was very intrigued by how energetic and like excited we were. Like, I remember her saying that. So, you know, that's another thing I want to point out. Like, people pick up on your energy. So if you're excited and happy, and even if you're not having a great day, but you have the perception, like you're putting off the perception that you are excited and happy, people are going to pick up on that, and it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's huge. So just earlier in the call, before we got started, I told you guys just stop overthinking this business because y'all are overthinking it. This is one of those things that gets overthought because you think that you have to. It's so funny. There's this girl that used to be in the business. She's not in the business anymore. She gave up and quit, and it happens. She used to get herself all dolled up. Like, and I can't do that. Some people can do it. I can't do that. It puts too much pressure on me. I know that you Arkansas girls do this, or your Montana girls, you guys do this. Get all done up in your It Works gear, and you are out. You are all out blitzing together, and it is fun to go out blitzing together. But if you don't have someone to blitz with, just have fun in your day. I mean, y'all are going to the bank, the grocery store, your kids' sporting events, you are going to work. I mean, you have all these people that you get to talk to every day. Take advantage of that. When I'm at my son's soccer games, I talk to the people sitting there. They can see my gear. And before I had gear, I had a lanyard. Like, I took one of these. You can take one of your blitz cards that comes in your kit, because I think you get 25 of them sent to you. You can take one and write on the back, "Ask Me," really big in big black letters. You can go to Walmart, and they have the self-laminating packs. I think you can get them with 3 or 5 of them in there. And you just laminate it, punch a hole in it, and put a string around it. You go to the Dollar Tree or the dollar store or the Dollar General.
Dollar General.
I love those women. Have you ever seen that video? It's totally like Squirrel Moment. Those girls, yep, Dollar General.
Okay, before you go any further, because I'm going to forget, you can also take a picture of it. So, like, if you run out and you don't have any on hand, take a picture of the front and the back of the Blitz card. And you guys can text that or email it or Facebook message or whatever. Yeah. And you're going to save money because you're not using all those Blitz cards. And you can make it sound like it's a big deal because you're like, oh my gosh, I've given all my coupons out. Let me just send you a picture of one real quick. So,
well, yeah, especially because I don't want anyone to spend more money than they have to. So,
yeah.
I mean, you guys might not be able to get gear right away, and it's okay. Don't stress about it, you guys. Mm-hmm. I didn't have gear for a long time. Just get your Blitz card, laminate it, and take a picture of it so you've got it saved in your favorites. So when someone sees it hanging around your neck and they ask you, because they will, if I don't have a gear on, I either have my lanyard on or it's hooked to my purse because people can see it. And they'll ask you. They really do ask you about it. And like Tina said, just have it in your phone, text it right to them, tell them that's the only one you have. So you'll send them a picture of one, and now you've got their phone number. And a fun fact, in case you didn't know this, you can find people on Facebook through their phone number. So if you type in their phone number, they'll pop up on Facebook, and now you can friend request them, and now they get to follow your adventure. I know Alyssa's like in shock right now. Her jaw just I love her. Yeah, fun fact, you can find people by their phone numbers. And sometimes, and even if you got their email address, because sometimes people just like, can I just give you my email address? Absolutely, because you can find people on Facebook through their email address and their phone number. Okay, and then you just friend request them and send them a message and just say, hi, this is Sandy. I ran into you at Target the other day. I remember those pretty shoes you just bought, and I just wanted to say hi, and just keep it simple. And then they're going to follow your adventure. And you always want to be on a positive adventure. Okay, so I'm going to move on because this is going kind of long. So we got a couple more things to go over. Blitzing or training and calls, you guys, those kind of go together because it is part of learning. Just make sure that you guys are getting on the team calls every Monday. It's without fail. It's every Monday, 8:30 Central or 8:30 Eastern. We are only having on average about 37 people getting on these calls, and playbacks only about 20 people are listening. And if you guys look at our team page count, there are almost 600 people on our team page. And the fact that only about 60 people every single week is getting on these calls, I'll get to you, Christina. I see your hand. Only 60 people are hearing our calls, you guys. That is part of training. This goes back to you guys respecting yourself and your businesses, because how many of you work a job, a job, where you clock in every day for someone else? Or is everyone stay-at-home mommies right now? Tina, this whole group stay-at-home moms?
There's a couple who have, like Tasha, there's a couple who have like either part-time jobs, some babysit, but for the most part, yeah, they're stay-at-home moms.
What? Wow. Okay. So those of you that do have to check in, or how many, I'm sure you guys have had jobs at some point or another, right? Like if you don't now, you have worked for someone else in the past, whether you were a teen and had a job or something, okay? Well, with those jobs, you guys had to go to training. If they told you you have to get out, you have to come to the Saturday morning training, otherwise you're going to get wrote up or get points, and if you get too many points, you're fired, or you got to get on this conference call, or you've got to go to orientation. Like, these are things that you have to do in order to keep that job that you desperately need. Then why in the world are you guys not giving your business the one that can change your future? Why aren't you giving it that kind of respect? You guys are babysitting for other people. You've worked for other jobs. Tasha, you're a lawyer. You have to go. I don't understand why, when you own your own business that can set up a huge legacy for yourself, why you're not taking the time to get on these calls to learn, because there's a new leader on these calls every single week. A different leader teaching something different every single week, because we all have something different to share. So for me, getting on calls, that was one of the ways that I learned the most, because my sponsor lived 2.5 hours away from me. She didn't live in my town. So I was kind of on my own. And I had to get on calls and go to trainings. I am like thumbs up for you guys, the ones that drove, 8 hours to Dallas, Texas to the It Works U, and then 2 hours to the One Team One Mission. Good for you. When I heard that you guys did that, you should have seen me, because I'm kind of a dork. The more you guys get to know me, the more you'll know. Like, I was jumping up and down and I was excited, and I couldn't believe that you guys did that, because you reminded me of me. Because when I got into this business, I would drive 2.5 to 3 hours to go see Black Diamond, Cami Dempsey, on a Tuesday evening, drive all the way up to Michigan to see her, to go to a 2-hour training, to come back, 2.5 to 3 hour drive to get up and go to work the next day. So good job for you guys. But I really believe that the more trainings you get to, the more calls that you get on, you're gonna see a huge jump in your business, like no joke, because you're getting that training. I think that's why I grew so fast, because I was going to trainings, I was getting on calls, and it's so important. I'm going to unmute Christina real quick before I forget that she has a question. Go ahead, Christina.
Yeah, my question is about the, oh my goodness, now I can't even think of what it was. Hold on 1 second, I'll come back to me. The calls. I signed up for the text messages. I don't get the text messages for the calls.
For the
And,
remind texts?
Yes. I signed up for it on this one too, and I still don't get them.
Who's your carrier?
Verizon.
Just try to send it again. It might have just been something that didn't connect right. Because you should, if you subscribed and you subscribed it right, and then you got a text message kicked back that said, you know, to stop, do this, and to start, like, it'll give you instructions. If you didn't get the instructions, it didn't click through properly.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Destiny, did you have a question?
Nah.
Okay. Her hand was up for a second there.
She was like, no.
So you guys, team calls and team trainings are so important. You need to make it a top priority. So Sunday night, there's always a corporate call Sunday night. If you don't know the numbers or you need the link, you guys, all you have to do is go to the It Works calendar. You can get to the calendar right from your eSuite. Sign into your eSuite. On the far left-hand side, it says events, calendars, boom. All 3 calls are there. The Sunday, Monday, Tuesday calls are there. You just open it up. There's a hyperlink. I always listen through my computer. I don't even dial in. So corporate has calls on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We have a team call every Monday. Okay? Make those a priority. The more you listen and the more you hear the success of others, the more you're going to grow. Hands down, I believe that 120%. Trainings, I know that you guys do really good at doing meetings and trainings. Keep doing that. Look on the corporate calendar for One Team, One Missions coming to your area, because there's new trainings going up all the time. And to be quite honest, you guys, I'm not going to spend the time to constantly post them in the team page. It's not my job to do that. I do it out of courtesy because I feel like I just want to put it out there from time to time, but you guys have access to the corporate calendar. Just pull it up and check it from time to time. See, you know where your teams are going. See if there's a training. And if I see that there's a local training that someone that I'm friends with is doing something, and I know it's in your area, I'm going to post it because it's not going to be on that calendar. The more you can plug in, the better you're going to be. Tina, you want to add to that at all before I move to the next topic?
I mean, no, I agree. Like, I don't really think there's anything else that needs to be said other than make sure you're getting on the team calls, because I can tell you that if I wasn't getting on team calls and going to trainings, I would have quit a long time ago. Just hearing, you know, other people's stories and knowing that people are going through things that you're going through, hitting walls like you're hitting and having issues like you're having, you see and hear that on team calls and trainings. So stay plugged in.
Oh, yeah, because there's been a lot of times. And what's cool, too, is each time you go to a training, or you get on a call, you hear from other people. And for me, just like Tina said, the calls have been great for keeping me engaged and plugged in. And when I've gotten into kind of a funk, hearing other people talk helped me get through that. But I have met some amazing new people. I've met so many new I mean, it's great that you get really close to the people that are on your team. But sometimes it's better if you make friends with people that aren't even on your team, because number one, do not ever go to your downline and complain, bitch, moan, and go off about whatever's going on in business, because if you complain downline, cover those girls up there, Tasha. I saw that. Complain down. Don't go downline to complain about your business. You either go upline or you reach out to a sideline, okay? Because some of my most amazing sideline sisters has helped me through so much, because I've hit a lot of bumps in the road. There were many times where I was like, can I continue to do this? Do I want to keep doing this? And by the fact that I've built relationships with people that doesn't even have anything to do with my paycheck, does nothing to do with my business, they have helped me see that they've gone through the same thing too, and they've helped me get over that hump, and then I've been able to take off running again. But never, ever, ever complain downline. Ever. If you've got an issue, you go to Tina or me, or you make friends with somebody that's sideline that has nothing to do about your business, and you like figure out what's going on so you can work through that. And we all agree to do that. Because
I think that's huge, real quick, because when you have a sideline, or specifically a sideline, they have nothing to do with your check. You have nothing to do with their check. So they're going to be real with you. So if you're being lazy, you're not blitzing. If you're being lazy, you're not following up. If you're being lazy, you're not getting on team calls. They're going to tell you. So I strongly suggest having, you know, a sideline as an accountability partner. If you guys need help finding sidelines, I can help you with that too.
Oh yeah, it's so important to have sidelines. It's so amazing. Something that's happening that I've been teasing about, that that's going to be happening in the save the date that I told you guys in October. That I'm doing that with the sidelines. So you guys are going to be able to bond with somebody on your sideline if you end up hitting these goals that I'm setting out. I mean, it's huge. It's just awesome. I just love it. So calls and trainings, you guys are doing pretty good with that. I don't really have a whole lot other than we need to get more people on calls, because because you can hear Tina and I talk over and over and over again about something, but you can hear, you almost turn a deaf ear after a while because you've heard it so many times from us. But if you hear somebody else bring it up or talk about it, they might describe it in a little bit of a different way, and you're going to have a light bulb go off. Like, no joke. It happens to me. I will hear something like 50 times from Lisa Fuller, and then I will get on a call, and it'll be Ashley Sinclair talking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I get it now. And Ashley's not even anywhere in any of our uplines. So calls are important, okay? Calls, trainings, fast forward. You guys, getting into the 400 Club is crucial. All of you are going for Ruby or higher, okay? So being in the 400 Club is so important. You guys are going to, this is going to make more sense to you guys soon. I'm going to, hold on. Let's see if this works. 400, Tina, talk about 400 Club real quick. Someone pull something up.
Well, the 400 Club is a huge deal, first of all, because you get, I mean, a lot of times Sandy does a little contest every month for anybody who's in the 400 Club. You get a prize, and they're pretty good prizes. So being in the 400 Club means that you have a group volume of 400 or greater. When you do that, first of all, you're a qualified leg for your upline, and second of all, you are entering yourself into the contest when Sandy does them, and you are increasing your check. So the 400 Club is huge. It kind of goes in with the fast forward. I think you're going to put those two together, right, Sandy?
Yes.
Okay, so fast forward just means, you sign up the first day that you sign up. You want to make a goal to get your 4 loyal customers as fast as possible. So you don't need to wait on your business builder kit. You don't need to wait on anything. Like, start calling, texting, messaging, whatever, your friends, family, anybody you can think of, and get your 4 loyal customers. So that's going to get you that's going to get you fast forwarded. That's going to get you 2 wrap rewards. It's going to get you $120 in free products. So it's really going to jumpstart your business. And then the next thing you want to do is get into the 400 Club, because I consider that your first promotion. So getting into the 400 Club is huge.
Okay, Tina, can you see the Ruby chart?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so for all of you that are looking, this is what Ruby looks like. Okay, and when we say get into the 400 Club, this is why this is so important. Because 400, to be a 400 person, it makes you a qualified leg. And as you're building your business, you want qualified legs. So you want to get into the 400 Club, because Tina's right. I give away a prize every month. It's something I do. I just do it because I want to. And it's usually something that's for your business. But you guys will see right here, it says 400. Let's see if this will let me do it.
And you guys, if you're on your phone, you can zoom in too. Like, if you can't see it very well, you can click on her screenshot and you can actually zoom in.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yep.
All right, I got to move this out of the way because I need... All right, so right here you guys see where it says 400. I don't know why it's not working for me. Lordy. Here, I think this is going to be easy. Okay, well, whatever. You guys see where it says 400, 400, 400, 400. You guys all see that, right? Okay, this 400 is the 400 being a qualified leg. So when you are building, so a lot of you are going for Ruby, and as you start signing distributors, the only way you're going to promote and the only way that you are going to get that $1,000 bonus is if you've got people that are hitting 400, okay? Oh, what is this? See, I'm learning this thing and I'm kind of excited. So 400, 400. So 400, you're going to get there in volume. You get there by those people that are highlighted in yellow right now. They're going to get to 400 by running their $80 order, their 80 BV auto ship, any customers they may have under them, and any distributors that they might have under them. A combined team effort is going to get those people over 400. That makes them a qualified leg, okay? That is so important. You cannot promote unless you have qualified legs underneath you. Now, anyone that's in the colored boxes, so anyone that's in the red one right here and the purple one right here, These people have to have their ADBB auto ship run because that makes them commission qualified and bonus qualified and promotion qualified. So if all of these people in yellow hit 400, the executive has an ADBB auto ship run, the Ruby has an ADBB auto ship run, that means that everything is in place the way it's supposed to be. So that way you can promote to Ruby and get your $1,000 bonus. But you cannot promote if this person right here, this one little person right here, if they're at 250 BV and everyone else is at 400 or higher, and the Ruby ran their auto ship and the executive ran their auto ship, and even this one important person is at 250, you cannot promote to Ruby and you cannot get your $1,000 bonus. The same thing is if you're going for, let's get rid of this. If you're going for Emerald, let me see if I can clear this out. I can't clear that out, whatever. If you're going for Emerald, you guys, Emerald is just 2 rubies, same thing. All these 400, if you see all these 400s in here, all of those 400s need to be at 400 in order for you to promote to the next level. So it's an executive. If you're trying to hit executive, look at this. There's 2 400 legs. If you don't hit 400, then you can't promote, plain and simple. You just can't. You need these 2 people to fit 400. So when you've got new distributors coming in, we talk about placing. You place customers under your distributors. We place them for a reason because there's a couple of things that happen. When you hit 400, well, okay, I'm getting distracted here because I got stuff happening on the sidelines here. So if you're going executive, many of you are going for your first promotion as executive. You've got 2 qualified legs listed here, 400. If you get both of these people to 400, okay, if you've placed loyals under them, let's say you get a loyal customer and you place them and you help these people get to 400, they're getting their 400. Not only are they getting their first bonus of 120 plus their wrap rewards, but because they got their first 2 loyal customers, you get a $100 bonus. You get a fast start bonus as soon as your distributors get their first 2 customers. That's so crucial, you guys. So 400 is key, but now because they've changed up a few things with our bonus structures, you want to make sure that you have more than 4 customers underneath you. I'm calling it the security 6. I am so dead set on the fact that I want all of you to get 6 loyal customers underneath you, because what if you've got a loyal that upgrades to a distributor and you only have 4 customers? If you have 4 customers underneath you, one of them upgrades to a distributor, now you only have 3, and let's say you have everything in place. You've got all your 400s in place, your executives in place, you're going Ruby. Guess what? If you only have 3 customers that are active underneath you because one of them upgraded to a distributor, you just lost your $1,000 bonus. What if you were going for Diamond, that $20,000 bonus? You would have lost your $20,000 bonus. So I'm saying get 6. Have a security 6. Get 6 loyals. Just having those extra loyals under you is going to make sure that you get into that 400 club, the 400 PBV club. It's so, so important. Tina, anything?
No, perfect.
Okay. Compliance. I don't know what you want to cover on compliance, you guys, Tina, but I will say this, you guys. You cannot share any photo whatsoever that has not been corporate approved or has the disclaimer on it from our new It Works Wrap app. If you have not downloaded the It Works Wrap app, you must download it so that you have it, because the disclaimer is on there. So if you are at a party and you are taking before and after photos, the pictures are popping up in there, the disclaimer's on the bottom, and you must state on there what they used. You guys will see when I'm posting, I'm saying that it was 1 wrap, 45 minutes. You have to say what they used and the time frame. And it has to have the disclaimer. I'm seeing photos go up left and right that are not corporate approved. They are altered, you guys. You can be shut down and lose your distributorship if you don't follow compliance. We cannot make medical claims. We cannot, as a distributor, go on Facebook and say, like, I cannot say this on Facebook. I have arthritis, and because of relief, I'm 100% pain-free and no longer need my medicine. It happened, but I can't say it because it's a medical claim. I can't say, I had heartburn and acid reflux, and because of the greens, I no longer have heartburn and acid reflux. It's true, but I can't say it because it's a medical claim. You cannot put anything medically out there at all. You will be shut down and fired. And not to mention that, but It Works can lose its rights to have these products. The FDA is watching us. The FDA wants our products because guess what? They work. Okay? We are regulated by the FDA. We have different rules and things that we have to follow. If we don't follow it, the FDA will say, guess what? We want your product. It is now ours. We're going to sell it, and the price will be doubled and tripled. And guess what? We no longer have jobs because they'll be able to walk into any GNC, Kmart, Walmart, Target, and get these products. They might even have to get a prescription from the doctor because guess what? These products work. So be aware. Another thing that we can't do is we can't talk about inch loss. I don't know why this is popping up again all of a sudden, but I've been seeing it on this team, the team like the boomers, and I've been seeing it from other teams that aren't even related to ours. It's popping up again. You guys, inch loss is a medical claim. Did you guys even realize that? Inch loss is considered a medical claim. Our CEO shut us down on using those words 3 years ago. 4 years ago when I joined, they used to give us tape measures and everything, you guys. We used to measure. We used to talk about it. But the FDA came in and said, you're making a medical claim and you need to stop it. So moving forward, the way you teach your teams, because I don't want any of you to lose your distributorship, I don't want anyone to get shut down, we cannot talk about it at all. Cannot. And to be honest, if I see anyone on my team talking about inch loss, I will like tell you about it the first time. I might tell you about it the second time. The third time, you're out of the team page because I'm not going to have anyone else jeopardize their distributorship, their livelihood, and their future because of something so simple that can stop. Because I'll tell you something else. When we were measuring back in the day when we were allowed to and we were allowed to talk about that, my sales were kind of mediocre. The minute they told us to stop doing that and take pictures and people could physically see with their own two eyes how the wrap works, my sales skyrocketed. Because here's the thing, the wrap is designed to tighten, tone, and firm the skin. It has nothing to do with inch loss or weight loss. That's another thing people are talking about. And I haven't seen that particularly on our team, but they're talking about how it makes you lose weight. No, it doesn't. That's a medical claim. You can't say that kind of stuff. But everyone's bodies are so different. God made us all so different, and our bodies are going to respond differently to herbs, botanicals. You can't say, oh, let's wrap and you can lose inches, because no, you can't say that, because I would have the skinniest person actually like that I would wrap that would sometimes like bloat, like Tina bloated. And if we were measuring at that time, she probably would have thought I was crazy. But we just took photos. Well, she did think I was crazy. But we took photos and she was able to see 72 hours that, wow, it did happen. Because I can't tell you how many times 4 years ago when we were doing that the numbers would be different because they would measure at home. They wouldn't put the measuring tape in the right place, or people would alter it. And it's just a hot mess, you guys. Long story short, and this is the last time that I will talk about it, unless it has to be brought up one more time, is inches, measuring, stops. If you're doing it, stop. I don't know if any of you are doing it, but if you are, stop. Don't even talk about it. Don't bring it up. Because I'm pretty sure that those of you that are in this business, you're getting in here for a reason, because you're tired of filling the gap and wanting to fill the gap. You're tired of overdrawing your account. You're tired of watching someone else's kid. You're missing out on your life with your kids. You want to go on vacations. You want to have a savings account. You want to leave a legacy behind. And heck, you want to be able to have this money willed to your family, because guess what? If something happens to me tonight, my husband will continue to get my presidential check even after I'm gone forever, because our checks are willable. And I'm not going to jeopardize my presidential check for my children because of a measuring tape. Are you guys willing to risk that? Even if you're getting a Ruby check, $500 Ruby check, a $200 executive check, are you willing to risk the extra $200 simply because you want to put marks on somebody's waists? Everyone should be shaking their head no. So we are not going to talk about it. We're not going to deal with it. We're not going to bring it up. Nothing. We're going to take pictures, and we're going to show them what their before and afters, because our product works. Okay? What else was compliance?
Can you talk about marketing materials real quick, too? I love the way you explain that.
Oh, marketing material?
Like, like making your own
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. We're not allowed to make our own stuff. That's a big thing too. It's in our policies and procedures. Anything I talk about, you guys, I'm telling you it because it's in our rules. It's a big book. You can actually work your way through it. We are not allowed to print or make our own things. We can't make our own shirts. We can't make our own magnets. We can't make our own business cards. We can't do anything because it's not corporate approved. And some of the things that I've seen, not by us, but on other teams I've seen, they look very cheap. And It-Works is not a cheap company. I know if you've done it, you've probably done it to save a buck. But if you can't get the corporate approved one, then just sit tight and just use your Blitz card. Okay, really, you can do a lot with just a Blitz card. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you guys a story. This is a funny story. So 3 years ago, I was at an event, and it didn't happen to me, but I heard about it because I was at the event. Someone had made their own like little coupon card, and it didn't even look like It-Works. It had like wraps on it. It had supplements. I mean, it looked trashy. It really looked trashy. And they were throwing them in the bathroom stalls at an It-Works event where corporate was. Corporate was there. Okay, Pam Souter. Pam Souter. Do y'all know who Pam Souter is? Pam Souter is Mama Duck. That's what we call her. Pam found this wrap. She found this wrap, brought it to Mark Pentecost, and between her and Mark, they started It-Works Global, okay? So the woman who brought the wrap to the United States had one of these made-up Blitz cards thrown at her into her bathroom stall. And the way the story went is she was like, y'all, who just hit me with this coupon? Who made this? This isn't ours. In her thick Southern accent, she was pissed. She came out and got in front of all of us and talked about it. And she said that she knows who it is because their name was on it, and she was going to be contacting them. Pam Souter developed this Blitz card. Pam Souter spent a long time perfecting this card for us. The way it is made for a reason because it works. If she sees anything that is not corporate approved because they make things the way they're supposed to make them, you will get a phone call from Pam Souter. And you will feel about this big after you do. So just don't do it. I mean, there's all these companies out there that, I mean, they want to make money too because they print shirts, they print magazines, they print catalogs, they print cards. I've seen people, and there used to be a girl on our team. She's not on the team anymore, but she used to photocopy these. So it was like really cheap, flimsy computer paper and hand these out. And what does that say about our company? Like, we're cheap? Like, I wouldn't take somebody serious. So just don't do it. Just wait till you can afford it. And I'm serious, you guys. You can get really, really far with one Blitz card. Okay? You can get really far with that. What else with the compliance? I know there's something else I need to talk about. Okay, medical claims.
I think you really covered it all.
Yeah, just make sure your photos are corporate approved. There's tons. I just uploaded tons of new ones. Plus, in our team page, if you go on photos and you go to albums, there's like 80 pictures that are corporate approved, and they're busting out new ones right now. I got to add more to it because I just saw some more pop out. So I'll get them added.
I did think of something. Even your personal photos, so your own personal results that you're taking pictures of yourself, same thing. It still has to have the little verbiage on the bottom. Like, you still, whether you have the Wrap app or not, you need to have the verbiage on the bottom, like the disclaimer.
And the disclaimer's in our team page under the photo album. The disclaimer's there. And if it is a picture of you, you have to state on there that you are an independent distributor.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay, so let me look at my notes here. Staying plugged in. We talked about it. I'll let you guys stay plugged in. I can tell. Okay, so Tina, she's been with me 3 years. She's going double diamond. That girl talks to me almost every single day. Okay, she will call me if she's got a distributor or a customer she wants to put in. She still calls me as a second set of eyes, even a third set of eyes sometimes. Mm-hmm. You got to stay plugged in because even I do this. I'm presidential, you guys. I'm working towards ambassador, and I still call my upline just because sometimes I'm just like, okay, there's a lot going on here. I just need another set of eyes. So I call her for support. I call her for placement. I call her for suggestions. Trisha Ekman, I think you guys might know who she is. She's a double diamond on the team. She's going for triple diamond this month. That woman's on the phone with me probably 5-6 times a day between Voxer and text messaging because she just wants to make sure that she knows what she's doing because we are all in this together. So if you are not staying plugged in and you feel alone, you're doing that to yourself. You're the one that's secluding you. You should be on the up. I think Tasha is one of the uplines to everyone on here. So phone calls should be going to Tasha, to Tina, to me. Tasha, you should be getting a hold of Tina. Destiny, me, Destiny, you should be getting a hold of Tina and me. Like, you guys, like, you should not be trying to make all these decisions on your own. The minute you start doing that, it's the minute mistakes start happening. I can't tell you guys how many times in the last month that I have had to fix errors simply because somebody got in a hurry, they didn't double check something, they placed a customer in the wrong place, they've placed distributors in the wrong place, they moved their orders in the wrong places, and guess what? That can jeopardize and cost you a $20,000 bonus. Okay? We get in funks. We talked about that earlier. I think it was either Shelby or Christina was talking about how, you know, you just kind of get into these funks. You're going to stay in a funk unless you reach out. You should be reaching out daily, if not daily, at least a couple times a week to somebody in your upline. Okay, whether it's a quick text message, whether it's a quick Voxer. I mean, I use Voxer. Y'all can find me on Voxer. With all of you on the team, I mean, there's about 10,000 people. I respond quickly to video, voice chats, Voxer, you name it. I will. Phone calls, I'm kind of hard. You have to make appointments to get on the phone with me because I'm too busy. But quick messages, like I'm like quick. Tina's the same way. But you've got to stay plugged in. If you're not plugged in, you're going to feel lost and left behind and alone. And I don't want any of you to feel that way, okay? Can we agree to stay plugged in daily, weekly with our uplines because I don't want any of you to feel alone? We talked about the auto ship. The rules of the bonuses, I think I talked about that. Bonuses, you got to make sure you've got your extra loyals so you don't lose your bonus. Everyone needs to run their auto ships. We got to have 400 legs and what am I forgetting?
You know, I think you pretty much got it all, but I want to add a couple things to something you said real quickly.
Okay.
About staying plugged into your uplines and as far as like charting and all that goes, you know, we're all human. And Sandy, you know, I say this all the time, like we're human, we make mistakes, nobody's perfect. And that's a huge reason why I have Sandy double check everything. I have, you know, I always have a second, third pair of eyes look at something because I was charting like last month or the month before and she showed me this whole other way and I'm like, what? I didn't know that. You're always learning. You're always learning. So you will never know it all and you are never going to be perfect at this. Mm-hmm. So always get Tasha, Destiny's, my help, Sandy's help. You know, don't just reach out to one person. Reach out to multiple uplines to make sure that you're getting everything covered. You know, I have a girl on this team, and I'm going to be real quick here because we are kind of being kind of long, but I've had a girl on my team, not in this downline, she's in a different leg, but I firmly believe that she has missed out on multiple promotions because she jumps the gun. She puts loyal customers in. She doesn't tell me until it's been after the 24 hours. It's too late to move them. She puts distributors in. Again, she doesn't tell me. If I try to get into my eSuite and look at my reports in my back office, you know, on a daily basis, but sometimes I don't check everybody. And I miss out on some of the things that she does. And because she doesn't tell me, this girl could be Emerald right now. But because she does not stay plugged into me and Sandy, she misses things. And so I don't want this team to be like that too. So this is huge, guys. You guys really have to stay plugged into everybody, not just your sponsor, not just Destiny or Tasha or Cheyenne or whoever enrolled you. There's more beyond that. If you can't get a hold of that person, go to me or go to Destiny or go to Sandy or whatever. You know, we'll get back to you as soon as possible. If we don't get back to you right away, there's a reason, but we will respond. Go ahead.
The last thing I want to say, you guys, is the bigger this team gets, because this team's growing really, really, really fast. Like, I am so impressed at how fast y'all are moving. The team page is there for a reason. I know we've had some issues with people who have been joined It Works that haven't been put into the team page. It is so, so crucial, you guys, to get your new distributors into the team page the day they sign. Like, I cannot believe how many people haven't been added yet, and they're the ones that are struggling because you can't do everything. You guys, even I'm 5 people this month. If I didn't have the team page, if they weren't utilizing the team page, I would be losing my freaking mind because they know that they have the team page because when I sign them, I let them know, okay, 1, I'm teaming you up with X, Y, and Z, so they know who they've been teamed up with because of placement. Placement is key. Then I say, I'm adding you to the team page. I am tagging you in 3 files. Okay, guys, there's a lot of files. Don't tag everyone in all of them. It's too overwhelming. I tag them in the new distributor one. I tag them in the fast forward, and I tag them in the KISS. That's it. They don't need to be tagged in anything else. You tell them that all of the other files are there for them to take their time to go through them, but they've got to get their training done. They've got to know how to get their customers in the system right away. We should be having kickoff parties within the first 5 to 7 days in the business, whether you are in the same state with them or not. Look, we can do Zoom parties. You can do Skype parties. You can do online parties. But you've got to get your new people launched immediately. They should have their 4 loyal customers within their first 5 to 7 days. Quite honestly, I think they should be getting their 4 customers within their first 4 days. The kit does nothing for you. The kit gives you 4 reps. Okay? You don't need your kit to start sharing these products. You've got a website. You pay $20 a month for an amazing website that gives you everything that you need to know. Start looking at those products. Tell them, okay, who do you know that's got stress in their lives? They're going to give you a list of a couple of people. All of you that are on this chat right now, you know people who have stress in their lives. Go reach out to them. Ask them, will you support me? Will you help me? Will you try Confianza? It's $25 a month. Will you take it for the next 3 months and kind of give me some feedback on how your stress level is? That easy. Go ask a couple people. If you know somebody goes out to eat a lot, say, hey, I know you love to go out to eat a lot. I know you and your husband do date nights all the time. Will you take Fat Biters for the next 3 months and kind of tell me how you feel after you and your husband go out to eat when you take this? Will you just monitor that? Will you support me in my new business and kind of tell me how that feels? It's only $23 a month. Okay, you guys could be knocking out customers left and right just by having the confidence of asking, and make sure that you're asking them to try something that you think and feel that they would relate to. Okay, so that's like a big thing. I know, Tasha, you signed tons of people last month. I haven't even checked to see where they're at with getting kicked off, but each and every one of those 8 people, they should have their 4 loyals already. They should have their auto ship on. They should all be on the team page, and they should be out there sharing on social media and doing belly to belly. Like, with that many people, like you getting in a system, and I'm using you as an example because I know you signed so many last month, and me signing 5 this month, it can be overwhelming. It's like, oh, what just happened? So you got to get in that habit of teaching people. Get your customers right out of the gate. Get them in the team page. Say, this page is for you. This is our team. Because if, Tasha, like if one of your new girls, especially because I know you were moving, your new people, they have the team page to reach out to because you were moving. You were a little distracted for about 5 days, but what if they would have needed you and you weren't available? Because they're in the team page, they know they have Tina, they have me, they have the entire It Works family that's in that page. They type a question, they're going to get like 10 people that are going to answer them, which is amazing. And to have that kind of security, knowing that it doesn't matter who signs you, you know you have a page of 600 people that are going to be there to help you. Like, how cool is that? Like, how cool is that? So when you guys are signing up new distributors, make sure they're in the team page. Make sure they're utilizing that. I know Tina does a chat, so make sure that they're added to a chat just because they're going to feel a part of something, because you guys, believe it or not, people join businesses like It Works the majority of the time because they just want to feel a part of something. So let's make them feel special. Let's let them feel like they're a part of our family, and let's teach them and show them how we work together. So get them into the team page. Let's get them launched. Let's get their 4 customers right out of the gate. Let's get their 6th customer in the system so they've got that peace of mind. They don't have to worry about their promotions. Let's get people on those calls, on trainings. You guys are doing great. Y'all wouldn't be growing so fast if you weren't doing these great things. These are just kind of me making sure all the P's and Q's and T's and I's are dotted and crossed. For the most part, y'all are doing great. So just keep doing what you're doing. But if anything that Tina and I brought up that you feel like maybe you weren't doing, well, now we got to talk about it a little bit, and you might have found an area that you want to work on a little bit. After this is done, you can reach out to me or Tina individually, privately, and just say, hey, you know, you guys talked about this. Can I hear a little bit more about that? I think I need help in that area, because that's what we're here for, okay? So it's a lot of information that we just went over. I don't expect you guys to remember all of it all at once. I think this is something that Tina and Tasha and Destiny and I are going to be doing quite often, are these Zoom meetings, and you're going to hear things again and again. Each time you hear it, you're going to grasp something else. Something's going on over there with Jessica, because she's over there laughing. I don't know what's going on, but she's just laughing.
I think that's just natural. No, I'm just kidding.
But so don't feel like
She goes, yeah.
don't feel like maybe you guys didn't grasp everything we said tonight. It's okay. If you took a couple of nuggets, awesome. If there's something you guys want to touch on more one-on-one, you got me and Tina. We're going to be here for you guys. We're going to teach you, because this is a really new team. This is a really, really new team, okay? Tina, I'm done for the night unless you want to close out with anything.
I have a couple more things I want to say. It's going to be backtracking. I'm going to be quick, I promise. Just going back to the blitzing thing, you know, this is something I've heard before, and it's really stuck with me, and I feel like I should say it because it's stuck with me for so long. One of the things about blitzing, if you guys don't blitz that person, somebody else is going to blitz them, you know? So don't miss the blitz, you know? Make sure you blitz them. And make sure you're getting their info, because if you do not get their info, it's a failed blitz, because they're going to take your card, and they're going to fold it up and put it in their purse, and they're going to clean out the purse, and they're going to throw it in the trash, or they're going to drop it on the ground or something. So if you have their info, whether it's Facebook, you know, friend requesting them on Facebook, getting their phone number, email, whatever, at least you have their info so you can contact them, so you can follow up with them. So it's a failed blitz unless you get their info. Really, that's how I want to end it. I don't have anything else I want to say. We covered a lot in 2 hours. Like this was huge. And Sandy, I want to thank you for doing this for all of us, because I know that you're busy. I know that being your presidential time is not easy. And, you know, for everybody else that is on this Zoom meeting, we are super blessed to have Sandy to take the time out to do this, because there's a lot of presidential diamonds and ambassadors who do not do this. So I hope that you guys reach out to her individually and thank her, because she's taking time out of her night and out of her family. And I'm getting emotional thinking about this because I truly appreciate it. And I know that even myself, it's hard to like hear information from the same person all the time. So I wanted her to get on with us because I wanted you guys to hear from her, because she says things a lot of different ways than what I say it. And I know that I related to it. So I was hoping that you would too. And I really appreciate you, Sandy. So I hope that everybody else does. And, you know, here on the East Coast, we're at 11 p.m. So, you know, it went a little late, but I think it was totally worth it. And again, thank you, Sandy. I thank you, everybody who got on. It shows me how serious you are about your business. I took a screenshot of everybody who was on this Zoom meeting, because that is showing me who's really taking themselves seriously and who's taking their business seriously. And that's who I'm going to spend my time on. You know, I'm not going to waste my time on those people who are not taking their businesses seriously. So, you know, thank you, Sandy.
You're welcome.
Go ahead, sorry.
I'm just going to unmute everyone just in case they want to ask anything real quick before we.
Okay.
I'm going to unmute the whole line.
Okay.
This could be scary.
All right. We're unmuted. I do want to say thank you guys for getting on it. It means a lot that you guys jumped on. I know it's late. I don't know what time it is where y'all are at, but it's right. It's 11 o'clock. You getting on here, you are taking this serious. Just keep putting that much energy and time in, and you're going to look back 4 years from now and go, wow, I can't believe how far I've come.
I hope so.
No, you will, Alyssa, you will. Believe me. Even 6 months from now, you'll look back and go, holy crap, I just changed all those lives. Even if 6 months from now you don't even have a distributor yet, who cares about all those customers you have? Because let me tell you something real quick. Cammie Dempsey, she's a Black Diamond upline. Cammie, first of all, she quit 3 times.
Well,
Cammie Dempsey, Black Diamond Cammie Dempsey quit 3 times, and it took her 6 months to get her very first distributor. And now she's making, on average, Cammie's making over $200,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's
a
lot.
We can all be the Black Diamond. And Cammie's been doing this 9 years. So 9 years from now. I mean, so much can change.
I think just one of my main goals is I want to be making enough money that I can go around the world and see all of the things that I want to see. I can take my children to go to the Louvre and see the Mona Lisa in person. You know, that's.
Do you have your dream board created? Have you and the kids sat down and done your dream board?
Not yet.
Okay, you guys, you should get it knocked out. It says something to have your dream board sitting up where you can see it. I have my third dream board sitting over here. I see it every single day. If you don't have a dream board yet, you need to get one put together. I see yours behind you, Cheyenne. Oh, there's Tasha's. You have to have a dream board, you guys, because otherwise you're going to be walking around aimlessly, and if things get hard, you're going to forget why you even got started. So, Alyssa, for you, having the dream board, and how many kiddos do you have?
I have 2 so far. My other goal is to make enough money that I can actually get pregnant again.
Aw, that's awesome.
I need wine.
Don't we all?
Mine's 7.
I'm on the no more baby train.
I have a 17-year-old. I'm almost an empty nester.
Oh, well, I just think my family, we have a limited amount of time in which it's safe, so.
Well, what you need to do is sit down with your husband, your 2 kiddos, and you, and let everyone have their own section of the dream board. Get all the coloring books out, the magazines, print things. Like, you have to make it because, Alyssa, you're going to get busy, and you're going to miss some things. But what you're going to miss is going to be a short-term miss so that there's a long-term gain. Because 4 years ago, I guarantee you guys, I promise you, you can give 2 full solid years. 2 full solid years of putting your 120% into this. You won't regret it. You will be in a far better place. Are you going to miss out on some events? Yes. I missed baby showers. I missed my sister's baby shower for her triplets because I had to do a launch party. Okay? I was at her party. I had to leave, and I had to come back. I've missed my kids' sporting events. I've missed other birthday parties. I didn't get to go out to dinner with my friends and my family because of this business, but I'm so thankful that I lost a little bit of time because I never have to lose any time ever again. So, Alyssa, with you, you're going to get busy. Okay? You're going to be missing some things. Hubby's going to have to step it up. He's going to have to step in where you have to step out because you're going to be changing some lives. You're going to be wrapping.
What's actually really great about my husband is he is perfectly okay stepping up to that.
And I'm glad because it's going to get hard. It's going to get hard. And you guys have to have something visual to look at so that when your kiddos, because Tina will tell you, they'll say this, they're going to look at you and go, Mommy, why are you leaving again? Okay, they will. Mommy, why aren't you home? Okay, they will. And you're going to want to use them as an excuse not to run this business, but don't let your why be like,
you know, I'm going to go ahead and jump in here real quick because it's so true. I went through a little funk where I hit a wall. It was when I was Emerald. I was stuck at Emerald forever because I let my husband and my kids get in my head. And I will also tell you a dream board is huge. I'm on my I'm on my 3rd one now. My first one I did, I marked almost every single thing off of that dream board. You know, one of the biggest things is being a stay-at-home mom. I did that within my first year, a little over a year. The second thing was taking my kids and my family to Disney World. We were able to do that last March. I took them to Disney World. And, you know, so now, whether you have marked things off your dream board or not, you know, now for me, because I have, when my kids, because they still do, I've been doing this business for 3 years, and sometimes they're like, Mommy, I don't want you to go to a meeting. I don't want you to go, you know, do a launch party. I don't want you to go to training. I don't want you to do, like, my 5-year-old, she's my baby, and I'm not having any more kids, so she's my baby. And so I lay down with her at night to get her to sleep and things like that. And so, like, tonight, because I was doing this video training, I told her, you know, you have to lay down upstairs with Daddy or by yourself, you pick, but Mommy's got to do a video. And so, like, they get kind of sad and upset about that, but I remind them, I'm like, hey, you know, remember when Mommy told you that she would take you to Disney World if you let her, you know, put her all into it and miss some games and miss some practices and miss a little bit of this and that? And we went, and they remember. And so, like, now, you know, our goal is when I hit Triple Diamond, we're going to all fly on a plane to California. So, like, when they say that, like, that's why it's so huge to have a dream board and to incorporate your families, because when your kids or your husband gets upset, you can just remind them, hey, this is my goal and this is what we're going to do. And you guys will do it. I promise you. You make a dream board, you make it a goal, you will do it.
I definitely
you want to accomplish it. But it is a nice little reminder for the kiddos because, Alyssa, you're going to get busy. You're going to have them see something that's for them. And every once in a while, once you do hit a goal, mark something off of their part of the dream board. Maybe it's just one. I don't know if you've got a little girl, but maybe she wants an American doll. Those are expensive. Not everyone can go out and buy one of those, but maybe that's a dream of hers is to have an American doll. And whether it is or not, but, like, that could be on her dream board. And what if you hit a certain promotion and you're like, all right, honey, we get to mark something off of your dream board. Let's go get that American doll you wanted. That's going to make a huge impression on her and all of you who have little kiddos. So you've got to let them have a quote.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds like a robot beatboxing.
What?
It's probably a combination of all the background noise.
Muffin.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You know, and the other thing, like, I know we need to end because it's been a while, but just remember, like Sandy said, you guys, you are going to change your life, whether it's, you know, 2 weeks, 6 months, 2 years, whatever. And I want you guys to know that whether it is financially, physically, emotionally, you are going to change your life in some aspect. And you know, everything that this company has done for me, and I'm not even talking finances, I'm talking about the confidence that I've gained, the person that I've changed to, because I used to be this like really hateful, jealous, you know, hard-hearted person. It has totally changed me from the inside out, and I'm not talking financially. So, you know, we all have our financial goals, but I just promise that this company is going to change you one way or another, no matter what, no matter how much time you put into it or not, it's going to change you. And just remember that. It's worth it just for that one little change that you're going to get, because you will get something from it. All right, Sandy, that's all I got.
All I got too. All right, we're going to end this. I thank you guys all for getting on. Oh, we got 2 people with their hands raised. Hold on. I'm going to see what they need.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Shelby.
Yeah, I had a question about the making our own gear kind of thing. I can't afford to buy the It Works shirts and run my auto shipment. My husband is on unemployment.
Oh, then don't buy. Don't buy anything. You don't need it.
And so, like, I went to Walmart. I bought green shirts, and then I did an iron-on of just the It Works logo. Is that okay?
Technically, no. Just don't wear it anywhere where corporate is. Honestly, honey, don't worry about spending money on gear. You guys don't need it. When I first started, I set a goal. So I was like, okay, when I hit executive, I'll get a $20 shirt. When I hit Ruby, I'll get another $20 shirt. Like, set goals for yourself so that you can attain them. Don't spend any more than you have to. I would rather you pay for your auto ship to get wraps on hand so that you can get your commission check instead of buying a shirt. I would rather you wear a lanyard that you spent $3 making than to shut your auto ship off because you decided to buy gear. So if it comes down to that, don't buy the gear. Get a lanyard, make it for $3 because you got Blitz cards that came in your kit. Take one of them, right? Ask Me on the back. Go to Walmart. It's in the office supplies section. And their self-lamination, you just stick it in there, close it, stamp it with a hole, and go to the Dollar Tree and get a lanyard, a green lanyard, and you just made your marketing tool for like $3-4. So don't spend money you don't have. That's the quickest way for you to want to get out of the business because you don't have the money, okay?
I wore the same shirt that I bought at the beginning for like months. The same shirt, like I would wash it and reuse it and wash it and reuse it. Like it was super faded.
Yeah.
So if that's what you have to do, and even if you don't get one shirt, just like Sandy said, just go get a lanyard.
I would rather somebody just run their auto ship and work their business than to have a shirt. So don't feel like you have to get all these clothes and all these shirts just because everyone has them, because not everyone had them at first. I didn't have a lot of stuff in the beginning, and I wish that you guys could see me and where I was 4 years ago, because I'm completely different today than I was when I started. I didn't have a lot of stuff. I couldn't even boost. I used my 120 and my 2 boxes of wraps to get wraps, and I sold them, and I just kept putting wraps on people, and I set up a reward system for myself, and that's what you guys should do. I wanted those banners really, really quick, but I wouldn't allow myself to get them until I hit double diamond because they're expensive. It's $180. So I would not buy the banners until I went double diamond, because a double can make $6,000 a month. I think $6,000 I can reward myself for working that hard to get a $180 banner. So even the magnets, I mean, to get 2 of them, it's $30. If it comes down to you getting 2 magnets for $30 or using that $30 to put towards your $80 auto ship, I would rather you spend that towards your auto ship to run your business, okay, personally. Christina has a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to actually tell you guys thank you for all the information you gave us. Because I have 2 kids, and that's my main why right now.
Your 2 kids, you're cutting out a little bit, honey, but I did hear that you're doing this you're cutting out a little bit, honey.
My husband's out of town all the time, and I don't have all the cash, and my sister, I was seeing her make all this money, and I'm like, well, let's do it. Let's sign up. And
who's your sister?
You know, she just...
Cheyenne is her sister.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, she cut.
Now?
Okay, she's cutting out really bad. I did hear, okay, I don't know what happened. I think we lost. I heard you say you got 2 kiddos and you saw your sister Cheyenne doing this, so you wanted to be a part of this family with us. Just remember how you felt watching her, and remember what you want to accomplish, and don't ever let that go, because what you're feeling when you started and the reason you joined, write that down somewhere if you have to, and just always remember that, because it'll take you far. We're going to wrap on that note, you guys. You can get back with us individually. It is kind of late, and this went a lot longer than Tina and I had anticipated, but I do want to say thanks for staying on so long with us. I'm sure we'll do this again, because there's so much information for us to share, and just take it one day at a time, you guys. You don't have to know anything or everything about this business to be successful. In fact, you can fail your way to success, and you don't have to know a darn thing to do it right, because I've done it wrong a lot. Tina's been with me the longest of all of you on here. She has seen me flip and flop and fall on my face and get back up, and yet I'm still here today. So you can fail your way to success, and you can fail your way to an amazing future, and just kind of learn as you go, and don't overthink it, don't overstress it, and hand these out, because the Blitz cards are going to change your life forever, okay? Thanks, guys. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Bye, guys.